Hello, my beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Friday Night Live Intuitive Oracle, my most favoriteest night of the week. As if the schedule couldn't possibly get any crazier, I am trying for Intuitive Oracle to be on Thursday next week on the 2nd because I am going to be at Para Unity from Friday through Sunday. So I will keep you guys posted on that. If we have to miss it, I think it'll be the first or second time we've ever had to miss Oracle, but I hope that we don't have to do that. So going to be a lot of shorts coming your way from Para Unity. I'm really, really excited about it. And I've really got to thank my sister because she saved our butts when it came to booking. So if you're listening, sis, I love you. Thank you. Lotus girl, what is up, girl? Put me in coach. I'm ready to play. Yeah, I'm on fire tonight. I'm all fired up. I just fell asleep at my computer for like 20 minutes, like on my arm. I don't even know how it happened. I don't remember closing my computer. I don't remember putting my head down. I was just gone like that. Right around the time of the premiere of The Exorcism of Annalise Mitchell. I hope all of you watched that. And if not, please go back and do so. It has been really hard for me to script, film, edit, and upload an additional 7 videos to the one I was already doing for Monday, because Monday we are still going to have the pre-recorded upload and the 5th night of Halloween. So that was a lot of work for me, and I did that for you guys just to do something special for y'all for the holiday, for Samhain, for Halloween. So if you didn't watch them yet, there are 3 out right now. There's the history of Halloween. There is a really short one that was Amy Stamatis and her demons, about a woman possessed who was compelled to jump out of a window by demonic forces, as far as we know, allegedly. And then there's obviously The Exorcism of Emily Rose, the movie. Annalise Mitchell was the real case. 7:15, Vera Ray. All right, we can timestamp you, Miss Vera. Blue Crossroads, why are you upset? Oh, everything going wrong is one of those days, huh? I had a quiet day for once. I can't complain. I hope your night gets better. I really do. If you guys are waiting for November readings, I will have them done by the 3rd. Okay. I didn't get to any this week because I was just swamped with the extra videos, but I just have to script one more video and film it. I have everything else done and ready to go and set up. I've just got to put it in editing. So it's going to be, it's going to be great. And I'll get those readings out. I don't have that many more. And then Tuesday, we are doing afternoon talk in the afternoon. I don't know what time we're streaming Halloween night. I have not worked that out yet. But we will be announcing the winner of the Spiritual Power Box. And boy, have I been collecting some stuff for that box. Also, 2 other prizes, like a 2nd place and a 3rd place. There is that piece of pineapple quartz, and I always throw other little things in the box, like an oil roller, depending what I've sent you before. And then the 3rd place, I'm not sure what it'll be. Lulu Bell, Smoochy Smoochy, Josephine Van Dam, Australia. That is where you are. Everyone ready for Halloween? Paranormal Pixie. All of my costumes are at my mom's, and I'm not going to see her before Halloween. I am not paying a ton of money for a costume just to take my son out trick-or-treating. So I'm probably not dressing up this year. I think I have my fairy wings and like I could put together something between my wigs and my new clothes and just my everyday stuff that I never get to wear. I'm going to go all out. But I took RJ to get his costume and he couldn't find anything he liked because at school, they're not allowed to wear masks because of latex allergies. And they're also not allowed to have like props. So, and he can't wear face paint because of his skin. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I think probably I'm hoping that he'll want to be a fireman or a police officer again. He was a police officer 3 out of the 5 years he's been trick-or-treating. Mama Cindy, what's up, girl? Melissa's back. Mark Halstead, what's up, sweetie? That was my stomach growling. Oh, what did I do? There you go. Sorry, I was reading something in the private chat. Miss Grey Wolf, Kirby's 100. What is up? What did she just say? You make a hot fairy. What? I was a fairy. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago when I did Cisco Murdoch's channel with the other Steve. And I went on her channel and she basically snubbed me. And Edna, what is up? Oh, Miss Pixie, thank you for reminding me. I actually did. I had a blueberry muffin and some chocolate milk. So we're good to go. Black Dragon, what is up? All right, let me bring in the man of the hour and then we will get started. Where's the Ghost Dragon at? Well, he's right here. He's right here.
Folks. I'm right here. Simplified Dragon. And hello, everybody. I already said some of those hellos. So.
5-foot fairy wings. That's crazy. I bet that's really awesome, though.
You imagine those? Wearing those? I can actually see you putting them on.
You're probably like 5 foot tall, aren't you?
Who, me?
No, I know how tall you are. Whoever said they have 5 foot tall wings. Paranormal Pixie, yeah.
She's probably about 5. I'd say without seeing her stand up, I'd say about 5'5", 5'6", maybe, right?
5'2". She said, "Yep, 5 foot." I told you. I remember you saying something like that. You're bite-sized. I love it. I'm 5'7", but I tell everyone 5'6". Don't say anything.
You also wear shoes that have 20 inches on them, and
I like my 7 No, 7 is the limit. Anything higher than that, trust me, I've taken tumbles. 4'11". Oh my gosh, she's taller than Carol.
And Carol's short.
She's taller. I mean, she's shorter than Carol. Carol's taller than her. My sister Carol is. We call her Munchkin.
Yeah.
I think she might be exactly 5 foot. So she's like right there. So guys, I got Dark Magic Oracle. It's a new deck. It's good. It's good for the 1 cards. I love it. 5 DRG. What is up? Oh, to my wrenches, just in case, and to everyone else, just be on point, be on guard, just in case. I know we love to have a good time, and we don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff, but maybe we do. I got the feeling. Usually around this time of year, I start getting having issues. But I just want to say, like with Tuesday, if I do start, getting the nut jobs in here, ignore them completely. Just reports, block. Okay. Don't even, guys in the chat, don't even acknowledge them, because it just gives them more ammo to keep coming in here and harassing us, when normally, if you pretend that it's not even happening, they're wondering if they did it, right? And if anyone starts seeing, they're stealing pictures now. So they stole Roger Blair's picture and posted things under his name. We all know each other. I knew right away it wasn't Roger. So we just got rid of the mean comment, Roger. It wasn't Roger, and he was very upset. Yeah, all right, let's just a nut job alert. Yeah, that's what you had the wrench for. You just like a nutcracker. Check out Arisha's steampunk costume she made. She's wearing to car show tonight. She posted on Facebook, and we'll probably post more pictures. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she I didn't see that, but she sent me steampunk is my jam. She also sent me a picture of the plague doctor costume that her daughter has. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. People are crazy mean, I think, a lot of the time. Number one, I get under people's skin because I don't know, I'm bubbly, and a lot of people don't like that. People have called me overly optimistic, and sometimes people just don't have anything better to do. They're having a bad day, and they find someone who's not having a bad day and seems really happy, and they choose to pick on me. And I get that. And a lot of it's jealousy too. It hurts my feelings. I'm only human. But when they come in here doing that stuff, it doesn't hurt me at all. It just really makes me angry. So thank you, Aunt Edna. Yeah, I've come to kind of accept that. I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm not doing anything to hurt anyone. So when people come in doing that, it's not on me. It can't possibly be on me because I didn't do anything.
Oh, I learned something. I learned something the other night when I streamed by myself, that we were on till 2:30 in the morning. And I realized that Edna was one of them that stayed all night with me. And I now know why the owls gather around her, because she was an owl in her past life.
It's possible.
Now, there's more to it than that. But I just, because she was being an owl that night, and she would have rested.
Guys, I did I did most of the 7 Nights of Halloween about demonic, activity. I told you guys possession and all that kind of stuff. But there was one called Hungry Shadows where I talk about entities that feed off of us, shadow people in particularly, with a guy named Stephen Painter. And I found out something really crazy. This guy saw his cord connection, the silver cord, and it was connected to these shadow beings. I have never heard of that. So make sure you watch that. That one's coming out tomorrow. It's called Hungry Shadows. All right, let's get this party started. Yeah, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Don't make me angry.
I've never seen God's eyes, but I've seen
Jules didn't come back in. I go by when I start seeing people show up in your chat. Okay, but I know Cindy's here, so we can go ahead and do Cindy Lee, and then after her is Lotus. And then Melissa McCall.
Guys, don't forget, if you are across the pond or somewhere else and you have to leave early for any reason, like Miss Grey Wolf, I know sometimes you do, and anyone else, just let us know and we'll do our best to accommodate. Okay, Mama Cindy, this card jumped right out. It is the card of Mirror. This deck is absolutely amazing. I think I do have another deck or two by Fiona Horn. I have many haters, but I try not to leave a trail. Yeah, don't we all? It's card number 24. Imitation is powerful. When mirror appears, it's time to choose your role models carefully and wisely. The person in the image thought they could elevate themselves by mirroring another, but this became unsustainable because it wasn't authentic or true. As they hang precariously, they can see their own face reflected in the shards of mirror underneath them. This card says it's time to pick up the pieces and be grateful for the wisdom that comes with trusting your own special place in the world. Your unique expression of the power of you. Mirror may look troubling, but it's actually a very positive message. I wish my screen would just stay like this. Like without the glare.
Yeah, it looks good. It's just the way the light hits certain things around you, and you shine as it is.
It's time to look beyond the surface of the world around you and more deeply than your outward appearance. If you have found yourself copying someone or something recently, oh my gosh, this is so funny, or felt pangs of jealousy as you attempted to be like another with looks, influence, or achievement, it's time to release the attachment. Free yourself to expand beyond limiting personal assessments. This can occur by identifying what your core values are. If you're unsure, think of someone you admire. Perhaps it's their kindness and compassion, their energy and motivation, their achievements. Then, rather than trying to mimic them exactly in looks and or activities, pay it forward by offering a gift of kindness, compassion, or motivation to someone else. Being authentic and true to yourself is not mirroring others, and not mirroring others can be scary and intimidating because it can mean ignoring what other people say you should be. Follow impulses that make you feel happy and good. They will make you who you truly are. So, Mama Cindy, I don't feel like you are. Let me push my screen back a little bit. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. I always do. Much easier for me. I don't feel like you are running around trying to copy someone or be like someone. I feel like you just admire somebody, okay? And it's not that you want to be them. You're trying to find a way to promote what it is they're promoting in your own way. So I'm just using me for an example. Like, say that I'm the person. So instead of you not running around wearing pink wigs and fake nails and giving yourself a pseudonym, but you are trying to maybe be more kind to people, or maybe you're trying to bring messages through, like trying to be the best version of you can be in the same mind frame of whatever this is. And I don't even know if it's a person, okay? I think that it just may be an interest that you kind of either fell into or you're about to fall into in the next week or two, where it's like you're getting very overzealous. Like you're so into what and or whoever this is. You're like, oh my gosh, like I want to do this. I want to start spreading kindness and love. I want to start talking about spirituality. I want to start helping people elevate, just under that example. And what this card is actually saying is do what you can, do it your way. Okay. I do see you getting involved with something that's going to help elevate the collective minds of people. So I don't know what it is. Definitely make sure that you don't listen to anyone that's telling you that, you know, it's ridiculous or you shouldn't be doing it, or, you know, because these people just don't understand. Okay. And that can be really hard. And I'm sorry if I keep going like this. These bangs are meant to go completely over my eye and I can't see. So I have to keep doing this. That can be really hard because when the people that are around you don't understand something you're really passionate about, it can be a really lonely feeling. So make sure you stick around the people that are passionate about the same things. And if you don't know anyone like in your physical life, not on the internet, but like physically around you, keep listening to people who share those values and who are doing exactly what you want to put yourself out there to do. I see you in the next week or two really putting yourself out there to be kind and to help others and to do whatever else. You are being divinely motivated, you know, which happens often, but a lot of people don't stop long enough to recognize that that's what's happening. And they think they had some great awakening or great idea when really your spirit guides are saying, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing now, go out and do it. And you're taking that advice. Just make sure you're modeling yourself off of you. Okay. You're not modeling yourself off of anyone else who's doing the same thing, because you have your own unique take on everything. You have your own unique way of doing things. And that is why the universe chose you to spread whatever these messages are. I see you doing a lot of good in the collective spiritually, especially in the next week or two, like just getting started, bang, 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 one after the other. Shelly. And you know, I feel like it may take you some time to find your spirit again, but that's okay. You know, we all get lost every once in a while, and it's okay to have a moment there. Just, you can't get stuck. You have to remember who you are. What's up, Cowie? Yeah, there's definitely, Mama Cindy, some new interests that you are really, really passionate about. I think the issue is like you don't know where you fit, like how to get involved in your own way. You don't want to reproduce what someone else is doing. You want to do the same types of things, but in your own way.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes. It's Miss Lotus. And then we're going to do a timestamp for Arisha after.
Arisha doesn't want personals one cards right now because she and I are
cool.
privately working.
Yeah. I did not know that.
But thank you for thinking of her.
Well, if I didn't, I was afraid somebody come out of nowhere and smack me in the back of the head. So
probably would have. Did you say Lotus?
Yes, I did. Then after
Lotus, I'm going to use what?
I was just going to say after Lotus is Miss Bacon.
And I'm not a doctor or medical professional, but I would advise getting maybe going to a different hospital if at all possible. Lotus, I opened this deck completely by accident. I was not going to use it tonight. I grabbed it thinking it was a different deck. So I know it was meant to be used. That's too many cards. Thank you, Spirit. Cowie, if you want a reading before you sneak out of here again, let us know, okay? Lindsay, you too. I don't want anyone that wants a reading not getting one if I can help it. I am one chapter away from finishing that book. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, Lotus, this makes a lot of sense already. You got the Morrigan in the shadow position, death and magic. So Sunny Bear from Paranormal Chop Shop messaged me about possibly coming on one night with Steven and hanging out. He's apparently a really big fan, so you guys might see that. He messaged me at like 2 a.m. because it's not 2 a.m. where he is. It's 11 at night. And he, I go to bed at like 8:30. So nobody really knows that. I do. I go to bed at like 8:30, guys. All right, Miss Lotus. This is the Morrigan in the shadow reverse position, the card of death and magic. Melissa Nicole, I wish more people would recognize that. Yeah, I do. I work every second of every day that I'm not taking care of my son. But you know what? It's worth
just
it.
to make sure she eats and takes
It's
5 minutes by herself.
You guys are worth it. Magic is everywhere in all aspects of life, including death, dying, decay, and what is dark and hidden deep within our very natures. Yet, in our modern culture, we spend so much time in denial, concocting ways to avoid death, refusing to allow nature to take its course. We've lost so much wisdom as a result. You're being invited to address the areas in your life that no longer serve you and that need to die without a promise of what will take its place. Do you need to walk away from someone, a way of behaving or thinking? Like the caterpillar who has no idea how to be a butterfly, you must surrender to the process of metamorphosis. You must make room for the miracle while at the same time not demanding certainty. The magical death goddess Morrigan offers you the alignment task of self-inquiry. What death are you resisting right now? What darkness do you need to bring to awareness? How has fear ruled your choices? Who could you be if you had the courage to look at life on life's terms? Your magic is so much stronger than you think. You can do this. Your dreams depend on it. Morrigan will be with you every step of the way. Yes. Tennille, this card is definitely what is holding you back from your manifestations. Like, we've been trying to figure that out, right? We can't figure it out. Now we have the answer. There's a part of you that it's like you're not willing to really take the leap of faith. Like, you're taking these little jumps, these hop, skips, and jumps, and that's good. But you're still not surrendering yourself to your manifestation. You're still not like, you know what, I'm going to do this, and whatever happens, happens. You want guarantees. And this could be in any area of your life. You have so much going on. The universe is saying you are not going to get guarantees. Not beforehand. Your guarantee should be knowing that the universe has got your back and taking that leap of faith anyway, regardless of the outcome, because knowing that whether it seems good or it seems bad, it is always for your favor in the long run. And I know when we have one thing after another, like you've had for so long, and so many of us have, it's hard to, it's like, no, I've worked really hard to get my life this way. I am not giving any of that up. That's when the universe pushes back a little bit with us. So I feel like in the next week or two, Lotus, what you need to do is start practicing taking small leaps of faith, giving small aspects and areas of your life over to the universe and saying, okay, whatever this is, it is, and really meaning it though. And I think a way that you can get there is while you're lying there resting, because I know you better be resting. That's what the universe ordered. Just close your eyes and think for a few minutes, like trying to train your mind to be okay with whatever the outcome is. It's always going to be good. And that's what you have to tell yourself. And that's really hard as human beings to tell ourselves that, because we end up going through crappy times before the good times. And then it's like, okay, it turned out good in the long run, but how much more crap do I have to go through? That's the thing. You're never going to know that. And if you don't surrender fully, the universe will not give you fully what you're asking for. What?
Nothing. Melissa is next.
Okay.
I'm just being
weirdo.
Yes, I'm a weirdo. I'll go now.
I wouldn't have you any other way.
Hey, when you're a dragon and you fly around and bump into trees every so often because you I forget it.
Oh, Shelly, me too. I'm supposed to get vitamin B and D. That's why I lost all my hair. I had a vitamin B deficiency. I didn't know it.
Have you tried bee honey? Honey's got a lot of stuff that helps a lot of body parts.
Yeah, but I don't really like honey.
Put it in your coffee.
I don't like the way
you don't drink coffee anymore.
I don't drink coffee. No, I drink cold coffees from like Starbucks or Dunkin', or I'll make my own. But it's very rare because I can't drink coffee. I'm drinking Red Bull. I mean, I've cut down on it, but I don't want to drink coffee as well. There's this stuff called Magic Mind. I don't have the money for it right now, but I do want to. I want to start getting it every month.
Did you run out of the HI, the IV, the liquid IV?
No, I have 1 pack left.
Get you some, because I got to order some too.
I want to get this stuff called Magic Mind. It's supposed to be the best stuff on the market. It's obviously non-narcotic. It's non-alcoholic, but it's something that just immediately, by the 3rd day, you are like, your stress is cut in half, and the reviews are insane on this stuff. I really, really, really want to get it. I'm just waiting to have the money. What is up, multifaceted Jules? Honey, that's local is the best. All right. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot who this was for.
Melissa.
Lost in the ruins of the past. This is the soul helper oracle. Find the way to the present moment and live. Card number 18. Rocking and rolling and whatnot. You are a traveler on the path of your soul. You will need all your courage as you are following the light of your heart into an uncertain future. However, you have now drawn this card, and it's a very important sign. Melissa, you have become lost in the ruins of the past, in ruins that are the remnants of an unpleasant or difficult time. You have looked back too often instead of looking forward, at times trapped in places in the past that should have long since ceased to exert power over your life. Even if you could go back, you would find yourself alone and deserted. You would not meet anyone there. So, what is it that you seek in these silent ruins that can offer you only loneliness and bitterness? They symbolize all your missed opportunities, but you cannot restore them now. They are what they are. If you linger there, you will begin to see your life as meaningless and sad when it's really a wonderful and magical adventure. Feel the light of your heart and hear the sound of your soul. Continue on your path to discover endless possibilities, new adventures, new encounters, and even possibly a new love. If you live tenaciously in the light portal of the present, your eyes firmly fixed on the future, you will be on the path of your soul. Leave the past behind and find your way back to the present. It's now important to forgive yourself and continue your journey, your gaze fixed firmly ahead. Your power animal is the mouse. Your herbal essential oil is lemon. Your healing crystal is black opal. And your number is 9. Melissa Nicole, yeah, I don't feel like you are. What's up, Feisty Kitty? What's up, Dogman UK? The skeptical researcher. I love it. And anyone else that snuck in, by the way, that I didn't see. So, Melissa, I don't feel like it's so much that you're like wishing to be with someone from your past or to go back to a certain time. I feel like you are just being like, okay, I effed up here. I effed up there. I effed up here. I effed up there. I'm going to F up again because I'm doing the same thing. Like, you're spending too much time worrying about repeating past mistakes. What we should always be striving for, guys, is to be present in the present moment, to be mindful in the present moment. Okay. Melissa, in the next week or two, what I'm seeing, like the universe is showing me, it's like, I just said it, and I don't already want to start being repetitive, but it's like, it's okay to have a moment. I also feel like there's someone, and I do believe it's a person. There's like this person that's like this element of your past that is trying to draw you back. So maybe like an ex-lover trying to apologize and get you to come back, or an ex-boss, something like that. There's something in your past I'm feeling, whether it's a relationship or an actual thing, a person, a situation, I don't know. But it's like you think that because this one thing happened, you are now ruined. And that is just not the case. People are not the mistakes that they've made. I mean, we're the sum of the wonderful things that we've done. We're the sum of the love that we've given, not the mistakes we've made, not the people we've wronged, right? But you have to forgive yourself before anyone else is going to forgive you. And you also have to forgive yourself and understand that you are a badass. You don't need to be stuck in toxic situations. You don't have to go back to toxic situations and people. Stand firm. It's okay to look back on the past and reminisce and to be happy or to be sad or to even have a few minutes where you just wish you were in, 2011 or for me, it's 2013, 2014. But then you come out of that and you move forward with grace and with dignity. And if there's something or someone in your past that you really do miss, either bring them or it back in if it's good for you, or find the new version of that. Find the 2023, 2024 version of what and or whoever that is that you miss, the better version. You have got to, number one, stop even considering going back into old relationships that are no longer serving you. And you also have to stop blaming yourself, even for things that you did do, things that were your fault. It's time to move on. Everyone else has. And those who haven't, they're going to be stuck forever unless they're getting kind of help that you are.
Okay. Smoochie.
All right.
Misbehaving.
Misbehaving. I'm using the Witching Hour Oracle. I've got all these decks I haven't used in so long. Oh, Jules, thank you. I kind of wish you could too. I'm okay, Dogman. Thank you. I'm living more than I am surviving. And for me, that's a good day. Creating the Growing Moon, Miss Smoochie. Card number 11. Great number, by the way. Nice magical number. The full growing moon is associated with creating and bringing something into existence. As the mother is painted upon this card, beautiful music flows from the energy of her muse, the goddess. The joy and power of creation passes through her fingertips into her violin and drifts toward the power of the full moon. Time to let your creativity soar. Look all around you for a muse and use the inspiration to create something wondrous. Have you desired to start painting, to feel how it would be to have a brush in your hand? Maybe you thought about writing that book that has always rumbled in the back of your mind. Perhaps the small souvenir you picked up a few years back sparked an idea for a living room makeover. It's time to harness these ideas and advance towards something amazing. So, Smoochie, that could very well be the case, okay, that you're looking to literally create something like artistically. But the hit I got when I first picked this up was just about you looking to create something new and better for yourself and your family, breaking generational curses and trauma bonds, okay? This is you moving into a new phase of your life, a better phase, where you do walk away from people, places, things, relationships, situations, and situationships that no longer serve you. But even though you're ready, your soul is yearning for this, your humanity is holding you back. It's like, there are certain people and things you have to walk away from, but they're kind of, some of it's that you're so comfortable. The rest of it is like, well, I've been, I've known this person for so long, or I've been doing this for so long. Like, they're a part of my life. They're my comfort zone. The universe is saying, like, it doesn't matter. You are being held back by people, places, and things that no longer serve you. It's almost like the card that I pulled from Melissa, but yours is a little different because this is something that it's not really like you have this, believe it or not, you have this energy of faith in the universe, okay? It's yourself that you're having the issues with. You don't believe that you can create something from nothing. You don't believe that you can make X, Y, and Z better. You don't believe that you would be better off without, old so-and-so. The universe is saying you absolutely will be. If you need to start journaling, that is what I'm getting here. It could be painting. It could be artistic. It could be growing your business. That could be artistic as well. But I'm getting it's like a different kind of creativity. It's accepting that you can do the things that everyone else knows you can do and not being held back by anyone or anything that doesn't serve you anymore, that isn't good for you, that isn't going to help you bear fruit, that isn't going to help you be fruitful and grow and learn and change. You are stuck, still stagnant in these same relationships and situations and doing the same things with the same people. And some of these people aren't appreciating you. So while Melissa's card was more about her letting go of the past, yours is about accepting that you deserve goodness and wholeness and to be unshackled in the future. So if you don't keep a journal already, I would highly recommend that you do that. And if not, seriously start considering, what do you want to create out of your life? How do you see your life if money wasn't an issue, time wasn't an issue in the next 5 years? And then make that happen. You can do that. Natasha Fernandez, hi. I think I recognize that name. I remember the name Natasha spelled a little bit differently than Natasha. How are you? Then Smoochie, you know what? Then start creating something out of that positivity, out of that knowledge that you deserve that. Start acting on it. That is exactly what this card is saying. And you know what, baby girl? You're going to have to get creative. But you can do it.
Jules is next.
Thank you, Mark. Miss Jules, I'm going to use dark magic for you. That is a beautiful song. I've been dwelling on that song, Blue Crossroads, for a while. Gee, Michael Hop in the house.
They came in earlier. He's been here for a while.
I didn't see him. Of course, they are wise words. They're coming from the universe. The universe never steers us wrong. We don't pay attention to it, you know? If you want a reading, let me know. Don't leave without one, please.
I have him on the list. He's not that far down, so don't leave unless she gives you a reading. If you leave, you got to tell me.
I do know what you're saying, but Smoochie, you have to decide, like, you may have to sacrifice in that situation. It's never going to be perfect, and the decisions are never going to be easy. You're definitely going to have to sacrifice and give something up, but you know, I really hate to sound cheesy and cliche, but if it was meant to be, it will. Maybe you just need to separate from certain people for a little while, as hard as that sounds. And it's like, do you have faith in the universe? Do you believe that you can manifest whatever you want and have whatever it is that you're trying to manifest? If so, do it. Do it. Do it. Jules, you got the card of strength. Nurture your diverse talents. Card number 10. Jill of all trades, master of none, but often better than a master of one. That is by Anonymous. What if you could master multiple things, Jules? In Renaissance times, a person was celebrated for having many talents or areas of knowledge. This is one of my 3 cards I pulled for myself, actually. As a younger person, you may be criticized or mocked for trying new things and, quote unquote, never seeing new things through. You may be asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? As if there's one singular thing that you have to master and have to be. But what if what you are doesn't change and what you do does? When strength appears, it's a time for you to celebrate and nurture your diverse talents, not to settle into a niche or routine. Consider and explore multiple things that excite and light a fire under you. These interests may seem to oppose and contradict one another. For example, you may feel drawn to science, but also to being in a rock band. Strength also reminds you that life's journey is one of progress, not perfection. If you give up the notion of everything having to be perfect, suddenly everything will be. Be confident that the many things you are drawn to all have lessons and usefulness for you at this time. Instead of focusing on whether you're good at something, try to focus on the good it's doing for you. If you draw strength when you're feeling trapped and bored, it's a sign for you to be open to new challenges, interests, and accomplishments. So, Jules, I mean, already, guys, we're kind of getting the same messages, you know. Smoochie, no, I did not yet, but I didn't check the mail today. This is another one, Jules, where it's like the universe is kind of saying, like, okay, instead of being upset or being disappointed or feeling like you failed, how could you have possibly failed? You still have your whole life ahead of you to continue to try to attain this or to reach that, right? So there's no way failure is not a thing, because we can continue to try and continue to change like your method of what you're doing. Steven, you look really mean right now and it's creeping me out.
I'm smiling.
You have all this, yeah, you have all this time ahead of you to change your method and to figure out a new way to do something. So, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And never is that more true here. There is something that I feel like, even if you're not mentally aware of it, that you're spiritually longing for. And you probably are aware of whatever this is, whether it be love or, you know, a better job, or there's something that is calling to you, that is pulling you in, Jules, that you may not understand fully yourself. And that can be scary. Then we're like, oh no, you know, like I can't possibly do that. I've never done anything like that in my life. I've never had an interest in that. Where is this coming from? This could be the universe, your spirit team, implanting seeds, telling you this is the way to that perfect opportunity that you've been waiting for. You have to take more chances. You have to take more risks. Obviously, I'm not talking about dangerous risks, but you have to take more risks. You have to be more willing to go the extra mile and to put yourself out there, because the universe is not going to drop opportunity in your lap. You could end up meeting the love of your life simply because you decided to go for a walk around the block and you trip and fall on your knee in the mud in their front yard, and you're like yelling at them and they come out. Like, it could be something so simple, like the smallest little interaction. But we need human interaction, guys. We can't sit in front of our computers all day. We can't hide behind, you know, our cell phones all the time. We have to get out there and put ourselves out there. And Jules, that is the message that I'm getting for you. You can achieve and accomplish anything, whether you've tried 100 times and failed. Maybe the 101st time is going to be the time. Maybe the 200th time is going to be the time. But if you really want it and you really know that that is what your soul is being drawn to, then you should never want to give up. The universe is telling you, whatever this is, you want to help living lost souls? Okay. Put yourself out there. Network. Spend time talking to, listening to, talking with people that are already doing that. When you see people doing that, pick the things that they do that you'd like to do and start practicing. Do you know how often I talk to myself in the mirror in my bathroom and tell myself that I'm awesome, that I'm amazing? Or I'll walk around and just talk about how much I love my beach house and how awesome it is to be this crazy famous best-selling author. Why do I do that? It's crazy. And if anyone heard me, they would think I was nuts. I do that to remind myself and the universe of everything I'm capable of and everything I'm striving for in my life.
Blue's next.
Sir Blue. Blue, I am going to use Deep, Dark, and Dangerous. Your deck, sir. That's good, Mark. Hope is great, but it has to be more than hope too, right? It has to be, you have to be willing to take risks and put the action behind it. Now, I struggle with this too. Remember, this is not Gemma giving you the advice. It's your own spirit team that I'm channeling. It's not me. So it would be very, very hypocritical for me to give you guys that kind of advice, because I'm a scared little dumpling over here. Like, I don't like leaving my house. I don't even like walking to the end of my driveway to get my son off the school bus, because one of my neighbors might see me and start a conversation. I wait at the downstairs window till the very last second and run out and grab him and then run back in the house. So it's not definitely something I also struggle with, you know?
This is going to sound strange, but you got to have faith in your hope. You know, they kind of work together. So,
right. You have to know that, you know, you're capable of anything you want to do. You just have to know that. And once you know that, you'll start bringing that energy into you. Oh, I do all the time. I believe right now that like I am my biggest fan, and it's not in a conceited, cocky way. It's just me telling myself, like, you're going to be on that show. You're going to write that book. You're going to, why wouldn't I? And we've been taught and conditioned to think that that's, self-absorbed. It's not. It's a form of self-love and self-care to comfort yourself and to protect yourself and to treat yourself well, to tell yourself good things about yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I walk around like, yep, I'm going to be on that show in the next couple of years. Isn't that awesome? Oh, you should come to my spiritual retreat when I open it. When is that? Oh, the next 9 years. People think I'm crazy, but I don't care because my people will get it. Blue Crossroads, sir. Mm-hmm. I'm your biggest fan. All right. I'm my second biggest. Okay. You got card number 13. It is a deep card. It is the card of foresight, Sybil. I feel like watching Chicago for some reason.
Chicago.
Thanks, Mark.
At least it's not the other one.
Oh, Hamilton, yeah.
I watched some now you're going to go watch
it. Probably. I'm learning the new dance moves. All right. Blue Crossroads, develop rituals that will benefit and support you. Connect more strongly with your higher power. Intuition is valuable at this time. Use everything available to you to make a decision. Sometimes the answer is not clear immediately, so you do need to be patient and give it time. Get support from a trusted and wise friend. In the ancient world, particularly around the Mediterranean, there were female oracles who were consulted for their abilities to look into the future. These wise women, called sibyls, were powerful and often educated, and so they were feared. The sibyl herself did not go by her given name, but by the name of the site of her temple. Her old identity was washed away when she trained to become a sibyl. For example, there was the Sibyl of Samos, the Samian Sibyl on the island of Samos. The sibyls usually spoke the words of the deity that was honored at the site of the site, or the deity guided the divination method she used, and there was complex and deep ritual that surrounded her. When consulting a sibyl, the shamanic style journey started for the petitioner by the act of traveling towards that sibyl, and the psychological preparations of this kind of pilgrimage consolidated on that often long journey. There were a number of well-known sibyls across the Greek and Roman empires, and historically there is the idea of a network of 10 shrines with 10 sibyls. The most famous sibyl was that of Delphi. The term sibyl would have predated the eventual specific label of the priestess there, eventually referred to as the Pythia. The temple complex dedicated to the god Apollo and also his twin Artemis was the most powerful in the ancient world. Alexander the Great, King Croesus, Pythagoras, Socrates, and Lysander consulted sibyls there. Set high in mountains with a valley leading to the sea, this place was not just atmospherically special, but was geometrically active. It was a place of earthquakes and deep springs and cracks that leaked gases. I always love this card because they're basically saying, like, yeah, these chicks were definitely sniffing some gas. And that was kind of what was going on with the sibyls. The Pythia sat on a 3-legged stool with a cave that released vapors deep from within the earth. We know now that the natural gas was most likely a kind of methane. This changed the mental state of the priestess, enabling her to go into a trance so she could receive the words of Apollo directly. Her messages were not always clear, and there were other sacred staff there to assist people with interpretation. Some messages, though, were crystal clear. For example, when the Roman Emperor Nero visited the oracle, he was told by the sibyl, "Your presence here outrages the god you seek. Go home." We know that before the visit, Nero had murdered many people, including his own mother. Your plant companion, very simple, it's Bay. And your crystal companion, also very simple, Lapis. Thank you, Miss Jules. Yeah, Blue Crossroads, this is actually a really good card. Natasha, well, I'm happy you're here too. If it's very late for you, let me know. That's what I was saying. Like, if you feel like you've got to go, it's after 1 a.m, we'll squeeze you in and we'll make sure that you get a reading, okay? I'm all about making sure everyone that wants a reading gets one. So if you start getting sleepy and you feel like you might want to leave before we call you, we got you, girl. Multifaceted Jules, again, thank you. You're so sweet. I love ya. Blue Crossroads, this is saying your intuition is on point. Everything that you've been working for and trying to manifest, it's all coming to fruition. But sorry, guys, this is itchy. We talked about this before, right? you have to be so incredibly patient. And that may not be something that you're used to. I think that you do have this area of your life, like the work you used to do, you'd have to be so patient. And maybe you don't want to be that anymore. Maybe now it's like you're working so hard to manifest these things, and you're really excited about them, and you just want to get moving forward with this whole new life that you planned for yourself, that you are taking the steps towards, that you don't want to hear that you have to wait. But unfortunately, that is the message. It's like, keep doing you, keep doing what you're doing, keep putting the work behind the manifestations that you're trying to achieve. And you got this. It's going to be, the journey was so long and arduous, but it was so worth it in the end to these people. They got the answers they were seeking. They went home feeling good. They had to take the pilgrimage back, but on the way back, it wasn't nearly as bad because they got what they were looking for. They got what they came for. The journey was worth it to them. And that is exactly the message that is coming in for you. You just have to trust in the process. And I feel like, as someone who likes to take control, who knows how and is good at taking control and getting things done and making sure things work efficiently and move smoothly and swiftly, you're not used to just sitting back and waiting. But unfortunately, and I feel like that's a lot of where a lot of your stress and anxiety about several situations, maybe, or maybe just one, are coming in, because you're used to, you take charge, you see it, want it, get it. And that's an amazing thing that you're able to do that. I always admire people that can do that, because I will procrastinate all day until, I don't get me started on my own procrastination. But you're not like that. And the universe is telling you there is a reason that this is happening the way that it is. You have to accept it or move on to something else that's going to work quicker for you and satisfy you immediately. I do feel like you're going to end up back to the original thing, though. Maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to take a break, focus on something else, and then come back to whatever this is. It is coming, honey, but it's a long, arduous journey. Ooh, graveyard hopping.
Okay, Lulu Bell is next.
Miss Lulu Bell. I'm going to use the Journey of a Lonely Soul.
That card was kind of glowing on the camera.
Oh, yeah, because it's supposed to have a bright light on it. See the light coming down, shining on the symbol? And my light is right behind my camera. And you guys have to remember, I don't have an office. I have a teeny tiny space in the corner of my master bedroom.
Bats in the belfry. I have dragons in mine.
So everything is like right on top of, everything's right on top of everything else. There's a card in I think it's the Vampire Oracle, called Bats in the Belfry. Yeah. Orange ladybugs. Go with my intuition. It's mostly right. And it's my way to take responsibility for my decisions. That's how I manifest my intentions. I am the epitome of patience. I'm silently correcting your spelling. I can't help it. Don't judge me. Oh, Lulu Bell, I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I feel you. I really do. I'm just trying to use some decks I don't use like every week. Same deck. Divine Alignment. Card number 10. We are a single being encased within the confines of our own skin, one life in eternal pursuit of its destiny. And yet, not every step taken on this path, 5DRG, me either, must be taken alone. No one else can live your life for you, but their closeness and connection can bring wisdom and peace, not to be found in solitude and contemplation. This is a time for allies, partners of purpose upon whom you can rely. Many of us raised on myths and martyrs will always choose to shoulder greater burdens, finding virtue in our extended suffering. To reach out in true partnership requires reciprocity. They must be able to depend on you as you will come to depend on them. Most of all, this requires that shields, often constructed in a lifetime of seeking personal protection, must be selectively lowered so that a heart-to-heart connection can form. Speak and then listen. Ask for what's needed. The burden is still yours to bear, but you may spread its weight across another pair of shoulders. Ask yourself, what do I need help with, and with whom can I feel completely open? So a lot of us in this community, in this stream, especially, feel like, I know, let me keep it on the I, okay? I feel like trusting people only gets you hurt. Leaving the house and meeting people only gets me manipulated, taken advantage of, and hurt in the long run. I'm slowly learning that not everybody is like that. Now, it's taken a lot for me to get close to even the few people that I have. And I feel like you're going through something like that. It's like, why in the world would I bother putting myself out there or reaching out to someone? Because every time I do, it just backfires on me. You could be looking around right now, like, look at all the people that I've helped. And now I need a shoulder to lean on or a shoulder to cry on, and I can't find anybody. The universe is saying, this is a very specific message. So the universe is saying that you may have had a falling out with a person that was like not intended. Like, your reconciliation with someone at this moment in time, and I don't mean an abuser and I don't mean a narcissist. I mean like an old friend who made you mad because they got drunk at your party and threw up on your carpet, so you stopped talking to them, and then like you just didn't talk to them again. Like, not for any particular reason. Like, somebody from your past, I feel like, it could be a member of your family too. I'm getting female member of family, like mother, sister, female cousin, somebody like that. That is the person, like, they've been through what you're going through. And you feel like maybe you can't trust them because, number one, you feel like you really can't trust anybody because you always get screwed over in the end anyway. And number two, you're either not talking to them or there's some sort of rift right now that's going on with this person, whoever it is. The universe is saying you have to be the bigger person. Take the leap of faith, right? Like we've been talking about pretty much all night, and just reach out. Okay, forgiveness does not have to equal reconciliation, but sometimes it should equal reconciliation. The reason you feel so, I don't know why you feel, physically lonely in your humanity, but I know spiritually your soul is reaching out for your soul family, for these soul connections you have made. And there's not that many of them around because I don't know why you've isolated yourself the way that you have, what you've been through. I don't know your story, but it's definitely on you. You've pulled away from whoever this is. So it's your job to kind of lean back into that relationship. Okay. I feel like it's going to really help you pull yourself out of this rut that you're in and gain some perspective. Even if you don't take the advice you're given, it'd be good to hear it. It'll be good to hear someone caring about you and wanting to give you the advice that they received in the same situation. You have a few people around you, Lulu, that do understand, and they're not out to hurt you. They don't want to see you fail. They want to help you, but they're thinking of you like, oh, well, she doesn't want anything to do with me. You have to be the one. I feel like you know who this could be. If you don't in the next week or two, you certainly will. There is someone here that's going to change the whole dynamic of what you're going through. You are going to be back on like boss babe status, like not so low, not so feeling lonely and helpless. This person is going to bring your energy and your spirit up. And it's not just like a male with a lot of feminine energy or feminine in their chart. This is a female. And I'm seeing like higher and left side. So that's mother energy, mother or sisterly, again, familial energy here. You know who it is. Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Take a good look because it's a little itchy. And I think at 9:30, I'm going to back myself out and we're going to do the natural hair. I needed to try this out. I need to wear it little by little each day because I'm going to be wearing it at least one day to Para Unity. And I want to make sure that it looks good and it's cool and it feels good. But right now, I'm not used to it. It's itchy. Who's next?
Josephine, you're next.
I'm sorry, Miss Smoochie.
You are freakishly strong, and just be patient with yourself, okay? Healing takes a little time, especially after what you've been through. Believe me, I know.
Facts. Josephine, I'm using the Halloween Oracle. Right back at you, Lulu Bell. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. I absolutely love this one too. I love the short pink one as well. But this is it. This is the one I'm going to wear to Power Unity. It matches my pink 7-inch heels. So I'm going to be going in there just like a fairy.
I'm going to buy wings. I'm going to buy 5-foot wings. So you can drag them
unique. I have all these beautiful clothes, like the type of clothes I always wanted to buy and wear to like be expressive, and I was never able to. She thought it was my hair. Yes, thank you. Thank you. This is a good one. But I don't get to wear them anywhere because I never leave my house. So I'm gonna go away for a weekend. I'm going all out. Nothing provocative or like revealing, just pretty. I like pretty long, simple dresses. Maybe not so simple, but pretty and long, definitely.
Did you look at private chat?
Hold on a minute.
No, you take care of business first.
Miss Josephine, I hope that you are listening.
Because she came in and asked if she came up yet.
I know. She doesn't usually just leave, so I'm gonna read for her.
She's in Australia.
All right. Skull of Stars. This card comes out a lot when I use this deck. This skull brings us back to the fact that we are all made of the stuff of stars, yet many of us think so small. We are each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibility. It is easy to feel small in a world that's so busy, impersonal, and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it's possible. Guys, this is the same flippin' message every card, and I hate when that happens because it's so repetitive. This card indicates that you need to think bigger, Josephine, and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often told, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. Yeah, Josephine, this is another one of those messages where it's like, there are people around you who maybe aren't giving you the best advice, okay? They are, it's like they're very resistant to the changes you want to make, but you're making these changes for you, Josephine. You're following as long as you're following your intuition, you're on the right path. Do not let anybody either manipulate you, guilt you, shame you, trick you, or even talk you out of, what's up, Roger? Without out of doing whatever this is, this next step that you're about to take. So for instance, this is just an example. You just say you're living with a roommate and you decide that it's time for you to get out on your own. You don't want to live with a roommate anymore. You know it's time for you to move on from that. But your roommate's like, oh, you're just going to leave me? And you're like, no, I'm not moving for another 6 months. Oh, how could you? Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. This gaslighting, narcissistic, toxic behavior. And I don't feel like it's romantic. I feel like this is like, again, like a friendship bond. It could even be familial, could be romantic, but I'd be surprised if that were the case. But someone is trying to, and I feel like it's more than one person, honestly. And that's really hard when that happens, Josephine, because it's like, okay, you've made up your mind. It was hard enough for you to make this decision and try to take this next step. And now the people that you're depending on to support you are trying to talk you out of it and make it like, you're doing something wrong, or you really have to stand strong and stand firm in what you know is best for you. At the end of the day, you're not asking for anyone else's advice. You're just asking for them to support you. And even if you do ask for someone's advice, guys, I say this all the time, That doesn't mean you have to take the advice they give. You can ask for someone's advice and then still do your own thing. There's no written rule that, or even an unwritten one, that you have to, take the advice that's given to you. That's just ridiculous. You are making the right decision. You are on the right path as long as you don't get talked out of following it. There's my buddies.
Next is Natasha.
Natasha.
They won't leave me alone.
I'm going to use Queen Mabe. She's so excited. I'm so excited.
You're so proud. I gotta wear my shades.
Thank you, everyone who's been supporting the shorts. I definitely appreciate you guys. The 7 Nights of Halloween. Don't forget, tonight was The Exorcism of Annalise Michel. So the real story of the exorcism of Emily Rose.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Scares me. You're welcome, Josephine.
The only movie that really ever put any kind of fear in me, and I was young because I snuck in. I literally snuck into the theater to see it, was The Exorcist when it first came out. I came home.
I talked about that. I think Tuesday we talked about that in afternoon talk when we were talking about the horror movies, and I also discussed it in tonight's video, The Exorcism of Annalise Michel. So, Natasha, you got the Spirits Riseth, card number 22. Mr. G. Fear nothing, baby girl. Do you know why magicians summon demons and the dead? I'll tell you a secret. It's not for the reasons they often profess they do. It's because there is great power in becoming the master of your own fears. Children worry about the monsters hiding under their beds. When the lights are extinguished, are ghosts hiding in the dark? In truth, for me, they always are, but in truth, each and every one of us holds authority over the invisible realm. That is true. We each get to say what we will allow in our environment and what we will not. We each get to command the spirit realm to act in accordance with our will. The opposite paradigm, the belief that we must constantly tremble in fear of evil spirits and unruly demons, has been born and perpetuated through stories told by leaders who would seek to keep their people weak, dependent, and afraid. Possibly somewhere in your vast and shadowy psyche, you are still a slave to such fears. Otherwise, fear of another variety is gnawing away at you and feeding on your power. Will people like you? Are you good enough? Is the world a lonely place? Is the universe random and indifferent? What if you run out of money? What if you become ill or get into an accident? Is society beyond repair? Become acquainted with and honest about the sneaky fears hiding under your bed and lurking in the dark. From now on, they're your servants. You must be their master. Natasha, you're no longer a child. You have the necessary wisdom and authority to reject a fear-based belief system. What's more, you're resourceful. You're wise. You can't know what the future holds, but you can know that whatever it is, you can face it with equanimity, clarity, and aplomb. Relax your body, breathe deeply, and find the baseline of single-minded certainty within you. Now, call up all your old fears. Don't run from them. Invite them in and find the power there. Greet them with courage and they will transform. Speak to them with authority. See how they simper and cower before you. Raise the spirits, conjure ghosts, invoke demons. Henceforth, they are your minions. And I don't mean this literally, guys. No, no, no. They'll never again rule you. Command them and revel in your power. Yeah, it's like Natasha, I don't know what this is, but there is a huge opportunity coming in for you. This is really exciting. Either that or it's already come in and presented itself to you. And it's something that you really, really, really want to do. Okay. So it could be getting into a relationship with someone. It could be someone that you've been wanting to be with for a really long time. And now they've asked you out. It could be, the opportunity to make a lifelong career goal come true, to reunite with a lost love. Like this could literally be anything. The universe is saying, listen, you have spirit guides. You have a spirit team. You are beloved by the universe. You can manifest anything that you want. So what are you afraid of? We cannot fool the universe when we're afraid of something where the universe knows. When we're feeling doubtful, even though we're trying so hard to be positive, the universe knows. You can't fool it. So this is saying that the reason you're not getting whatever this one thing is, you've been working really hard towards it. Whether you've been trying to actively spiritually manifest or not, you've definitely been putting the work in. You've been dreaming about it. You've been thinking about it. You've been discussing it. You've been all over it. But there's something deep within you. Like I always say, I'm not afraid of failure, but I do think I'm afraid of success. And that's what it is. You are fearful somewhere deep down inside of the success of whatever this is being successful, because you, for whatever reason, don't think you deserve it. You don't think you're good enough for it. Therefore, you're going to ruin it. You're going to fail at it. You're going to constantly second guess it. The universe is saying, but you don't have to. I was talking before about how I look in the mirror sometimes, like if I buy a new outfit or if I get a new wig, I still have this expectation in my house that I'm going to be told I look pretty. But my 5-year-old usually tells me. So I go into the bathroom and I tell myself that I look pretty, and that my new dress is hot, and all of these, things. And that's kind of a silly example, but it's exactly what this card is talking about. Like, you have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be your biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader. You have to own up to your mistakes. You have to keep your promises. You have to be accountable. And those things can be really scary, depending on what we've been through in our life, even more so. So, Natasha, whatever this is, the universe is saying, go for it. Know that it is and or will be yours. Stop second guessing it. Stop second guessing yourself. And if there's another person involved, stop second guessing them. It is real. You don't have to keep pinching yourself. Nobody's lying to you. The universe isn't deceiving you. This was hard earned and hard won for you, and you absolutely deserve it. But if you continue to live in fear that it's just going to go away, you're going to start looking at it differently. You're not going to be putting the same amount of work in, and you're going to lose it. So please be confident in yourself. Be your biggest fan. Be your biggest cheerleader. Tell yourself every day how incredible and amazing you are, and that you deserve everything you get. Don't let anyone tell you that you had it easy or that you got this break or that relationship because you're lucky. No, honey, it doesn't work like that. You've worked for this. You've earned it. Take it, love it, enjoy it for as long as it lasts, and then move on to the next thing.
You ready?
I'm so pretty, so pretty.
Oh, sorry.
I tried to find you guys. I was unwrapping Remy Ma's Conceited the other day, and you guys were like, do it in a short. It'll be fun. I looked for it. They don't have the part that I know, where she's like, damn, I look good. It can't nobody do it like I could. I showed no love. I don't know. So I did Kanye West's Heartless today.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I did If You Seek Amy. Brittany's book was fantastic, by the way, guys. I really do recommend it. I went into it. I love her. I adore Britney Spears. I always have. I am a Britney super fan. But I went into it like, I wonder if she's going to play the victim. And my husband said, I bet you she's going to play the victim. You know what I learned in that book? She really was a victim, guys.
She was a victim. She was a victim.
No, like, you have no idea. Like, she said her father sat down with her and said, I'm Britney Spears now.
Yep.
And I believe it. There was something so genuine about that book. If you're a Britney fan, or if you're even curious about what happened to her with a 13-year conservatorship, which is unheard of, where they said, she needs to be in this conservatorship because She's unable to care for herself. She's unable to do anything. She's unable to make decisions. And yet they immediately put her on a world tour and made her work, which she was capable of doing, bringing in millions of dollars. Horrible, the corrupt system. It messed her up really bad. And she doesn't even want to be famous anymore. She doesn't. So if you like Britney Spears or are interested in what happened to her, I do recommend her book. It is on Audible. Got to try every style of wigs. I like the ones where, like, when I wore this video, I wore this whole outfit today in 2 separate videos, guys, because I would have had to change 4 times if I didn't. I did something with the bangs where they were like this. They were butterflied. They were not in my eye like this. It's driving me crazy. But I didn't have time to do it before the stream. I have other like short crimpy wigs that like come up to here and they have like blunt bangs. I do have a lot, but the thing is, like, some of them are really wiggy. Like, you can tell up here that it's a wig, and I don't want to wear wigs that look like that. Her program broke. Good for her. 5 DRG. I couldn't have said it better myself. So yeah, she was
MK Ultra. Nothing like that MK Ultra.
She was groomed. Yeah. So I really do. I think that if you you know, like I said, if you're a fan of hers or if you're interested, I would love to see her get more support with that book.
Miss Pixie is next.
Thank you, Miss Pixie. You know, I do like this one better. I like this one better than I think this is actually my favorite one, to be honest with you. And I have about 20 now. This and the long, the really long, like light brown one that I have, I also do like. So Miss Pixie, I'm going to use the Dark Magic, the new one.
You did read your private chat, didn't you?
I'm sorry?
You did read the private chat, right?
The second one?
Yeah.
What did it? Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Where did Blue Crossroads go? Yes. Melissa Nicole. Wiggy. That's poopily. Yes. We make up our own words.
Wiggy.
A wiggy wig.
Like
you guys know what I mean. Those ones that like look, you can tell, like that beautiful, gorgeous blue wig I have, but like right here, you can tell. I was gonna wear it yesterday, and I was like, nope, too wiggy. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it to Power Unity. I'm gonna fix the bangs though, so they're not in my eye. Miss Shelley, you haven't seen me wearing the hair clips? How do you think I've been getting my hair to go from blue to blonde every time it's up in a ponytail to purple and black, blue and black? I have about 16 hair clips to the right and about 25 to the left. Yeah, too wiggy. There is a private chat. We can talk about you guys behind your backs. Yeah. No, he was letting me know that he had to leave for a minute. All right, Miss Pixie, let's do this. Too wiggy, see? Yeah, I know you can get those hair clips on Temu for like less than $4. Yes, we be sneaky like that. I hope Blue Crossroads didn't get upset that I said I was silently correcting his spelling. Collective. Trust the goodness in others. Oh, thank you. And so I wanted to tell you guys that after Halloween's over, because it's like the busiest time for me, I'm going to start putting out members only videos. Okay. And I'm working on the emojis, but of course they're not working. So I've got to go back to scratch at the beginning, and I just haven't had time. Yes, Blue Crossroads, I was making sure that you're okay. You kind of disappeared. And I said I was correcting your spelling, so I didn't know if you were feeling touchy. After being told to stand apart and distance ourselves from each other, how do we find our way back to one another? During the pandemic, enforced social isolation and social distancing created a state of mind that drove people apart. Humans are a social and tribal creative. That is how we have evolved to survive, procreate, and prosper. While this new age of AI and big tech While this new age of AI and big tech encourages isolation, it's not innate. A baby left untouched even for a few days gets sick and could pass on. Collective says it's time to try to see through these artificial divides as the interests of big corporations, which would like you to sit at home and live your life on social media, buying unneeded items delivered by drones and paid for by a digital social credit system. That sounds like my life. It's time to get outside, turn off your smartphone, and experience euphoric oneness with one another and this magical universe. Collective says it's time to trust your neighbors again and unite. Be willing to listen and consider the opinions of people who are different from you. While they may not be your tribe, they are part of the human collective. Give others a chance. In this time of reunification, making conscious collective choices is advantageous. Choosing to be in a room of happy, excited people can raise you up to feel happy and excited. Just like being in a room full of sad people will seep into your consciousness. The collective unconscious is powerful. In this time, avoid being around people who are negative and clouding you to the wondrous beauty and magic and the goodness in people around you. Surround yourself with people who are a level you aspire to, or at a level you aspire to. Did I read for Grey Wolf yet? Is she still here?
She had to go make dinner. She wasn't sure if she's coming back. I told her if she didn't get back that we'd put her at the end and I would timestamp her for her.
Okay, sounds good. This card is also an invitation, Miss Pixie, to address your attitude and realize how powerful it is in transforming your reality. Open yourself up to meeting people who are aligned with your greater good and goals. When considering the collective and reuniting, transform fear into hope and confidence. So yeah, transforming fear into hope, into manifesting through the fear and overcoming the fear. It's just like, this is such an amazing message tonight. Miss Pixie, yes, you do need to get out into the real world and you can't live your life on social media. But what this card doesn't understand is a lot of the opportunity coming in for you right now to do a lot of good in the collective and to not only reunite with people, but to reunite people in general is coming from social media. Okay, whether it be YouTube, Facebook. I do think YouTube. I do feel like you need to turn off, number one, the voice of fear inside of you that goes back to when you were a little kid and used to get bullied and picked on. And I don't know that this happened to you for a fact, but it's basically happened to everybody in the world, and especially people like us who have this innate ability to sense what other people are feeling. Us super sensitives, we tend to get bullied and picked on a lot. So instead of going back to that mind frame, remember that you are now an adult. You now get to make your own choices and decisions. You no longer have to be afraid of bullies. You can stand up for yourself now. You know the stakes. You know what the consequences are. You know what the rewards are. I feel like this card is telling you that you can do so much good, Lara, for the collective. I do feel like maybe there's somewhere, I don't know if you're planning a trip somewhere that's going to help you. I don't know, you know, like going on a trip to hot springs to learn about peyote meditation. Like, I don't know, like I do see you going somewhere. It might be virtually though, to learn more about what you're bringing to the collective, to us, to your tribe, to people. But you have to silence those negative voices from your childhood and from deep down inside yourself. And whoever this one jerk is that keeps telling you that what you're doing is ridiculous. I always hear this person just like in the back of my mind, and like I just want to backhand them. I don't think they mean it. I don't think they mean it the way it's coming out. I think they're more concerned that you are going to end up being hurt, that you are going to end up being ridiculed or bullied. But what they have to understand is that is a chance you are willing to take. So if they love you and care for you and support you, then they need to show that they support you. Big things coming for you as far as the collective goes. You are doing big things. You are doing great work. Please continue to do it. If any opportunity to travel regarding the work you're trying to do, bringing messages to people, comes up for you, even if it's like virtually, like I know we don't travel virtually, but like to do interviews or any opportunity you get to spread the message outside of your area, or like this chat that you know so well, and to really expand the people receiving your knowledge and your wisdom, definitely take it. There's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be naysayers, but they should not be the people in your life. They should be the anonymous keyboard thugs going at you at their computer. They should not be, you know, your husband, your children, your parents, your best friends, your siblings. Those people should be in support of you, or they should be silent. Otherwise, you may want to reconsider those relationships, but do not reconsider the choice to bring messages, love, light, and peace to the collective, because you were chosen for that. Good. I'm glad that makes sense.
Mark is next. Mr. Mark.
Mark's my buddy. All right, Mark. Let's do Alice in Wonderland, but I'm gonna have to dig it out, so give me a second.
Sorry about that. Played in the leaves too long yesterday.
You what?
I played in the leaves too long yesterday, and it caught up with me.
Yes, Miss Pixie, please do.
Felt like a kid jumping out of that tree into that pile of leaves.
Blue Crossroads, I was kind of only kidding. I understand. I really do. I do, believe me. The ocean's always been so healing to me too. And if I drove, I would have been there every day all summer. Like, that's just where I would have been. That would have been my place. Mark, you're still here, right, sweetie?
I hope. He asked when he was next. I didn't see him.
He's here. Black Dragon, wonderful. No such thing as impossible, only the failure to try and understand. I'm going to read for him anyway, because I know that if he's not here, he like went to the bathroom, because he never just bounces without saying goodbye.
Yes, Ghosty, he is.
I see him.
Ghosty, you S? What I S? What I did?
Mark, you are rare and free. Duh.
Well, hello there, Paranormal Highway.
Hi,
Eric.
Paranormal Highway. Card number 38, Mark. Are there any more people in the garden besides me? Alice said, not choosing to notice Rose's last remark. There's one other flower in the garden that can move around like you, said the rose. I wonder how you do it. Sometimes, Mark, people will struggle to understand you. And when they have this trouble, they may well try to fit you into one box or another that they're familiar with already. When you're not clearly one thing or the other, whether you are a trailblazer, a rebel, and a free spirit, you are likely to meet with disapproval. And this is what happens to Alice when the flowers, who know just who they are, cannot classify her. They assume she's just a rather wild flower who would much rather be like them. You too are something of a rare wild flower. You are a nature child. You are free. You are adventurous. And you just won't behave in ways others think you should. You may wish to live outside the rules and conventions of society and culture. You are inspired by being your own self and exploring your potential. You're unconventional, surprising, different, and people recognize this. Some will say you're wrong to be free or downplay you as a weed, which the other flowers do to Alice, but others, like the sweet bud, will love you for you. Embrace your own rare qualities. Don't try to fit in. You'll be so frustrated and always quietly unhappy. Be brave. By being your own wildflowery self, you'll inspire others, especially those who are younger, to be utterly themselves too. And remember, it's never too late to be a wildflower. Divination, a struggle to find places where people accept you or where you feel you fit in. You must learn to embrace all that makes you different and become the very best you that you can possibly be. You'll never be defined, so refuse to comply. Explore the frontiers of the human spirit and know how precious and rare you really are. Okay, Mark. Yeah, could be coming into a little bit of controversy here if you haven't already. I don't really see you taking any of this to heart, but after a while it does get frustrating, when you just are who you are and people just won't leave you alone. Like if you don't agree with me, we don't have to discuss that. And if you don't like the look of me, don't come around me. And if you don't like what I'm putting on YouTube, just turn me off and hit do not recommend this channel. It's not that serious. And I feel like for sensitives like us, it is that simple. But for the people who are toxic and they love the drama and they're always right and they're always going to pick out people like us because we seem like we usually are perpetual victims for a long time in our lives until we come to the point where we're no longer willing to accept it. But we still look like victims. I definitely know I look like a victim, but I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. And I feel like that's where you're finally at. It's like, look, I've been doing this for long enough. I've known these people for long enough. If these people are not willing to accept you and support you and love you for who you are, you need to find new people. And I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like this card is just telling you, like, don't fall into the trap of thinking that people who you know for a fact aren't your friends and aren't your people, that they are, because you're either lonely or you just want someone to talk to. I do feel like someone could be coming to you trying to like make amends with you. Perhaps about some kind of argument or disagreement, long-standing that you've had, but they're just trying to get something out of you. So don't even, just ignore them. Don't even bother listening to them. Do not accept their olive branch because they literally are looking to get something out of this. Okay. Be you, be unapologetically, wonderfully, and beautifully you. And don't change that for anyone. Don't compromise in the next week or two, especially, Mark. I do feel like, again, you're going to be facing a little bit of backlash for something that, like, it's not like you did anything. It's just that you get it, right? You get it. Never. Who's next?
$5.
Richard Elmore?
Yeah.
Let's do Sacred Forest. There's always room for you, Sir New England Dirt Roadie.
$5. Of course, I'm kidding. But you can still slide it on the table.
Secret Spring, the card of success, card number 34. You actually do. Yes. I my mind went to a dirty place because I don't know. I don't know why. But yes, you do. He actually does tip me after every reading. Thank you, sir. Roger, you stand behind a thicket of ferns at the edge of a secret spring, gazing across the still water. You see a boat silently gliding toward you, a glowing light hanging loosely from its bow. The fairy of the spring floats above the boat. Her wings are radiant and shimmering. She knows that you are there and smiles at you. It's said that anyone who sees the secret spring fairy on a starry night will be blessed with success beyond measure. All things are possible, Roger. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life. And the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are wildly successful. And even more success will develop. Accept that you are already thriving, because you are. And more victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you've learned from it, and then keep going. In Celtic tradition, secret springs were magical. Water was the source of life, and in their legends, mythical and mystical beings would emerge out of the springs and later return through them. Fairy queens and mythic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and these sacred well springs were a place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honor the spirit of the secret spring. The secret of the secret the spirit of the secret spring says, success is flowing into your life, Roger. Vitality and a glowing youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There's no need to struggle. The universe has got your back. Eris sneaks past Ghost as usual. Love it. You guys just, I don't know. I adore all of you.
I'm a ghost. I've been standing beside him the whole time. He just doesn't know I'm standing there.
Stealthy. Yeah, so Roger. Whew. Okay. That's just nicotine, guys, by the way. I don't like marijuana. It makes me too goofy and too paranoid. What this card is saying is just remember to be grateful and to give yourself credit. Okay. You are not giving yourself enough credit for the things that you've already accomplished. You may feel like you've accomplished barely anything in like the last however many years, but the fact of the matter is you've accomplished so much, and there are people looking at you wondering how you did it. How do you do it? And you're looking at yourself, or you're going to be looking at yourself, or could be being like, I can't believe this is all I've done in this amount of time. Like you're not giving yourself enough credit for your successes. And there are many. Stop in the next week or two, look around you, be grateful for the successes that you've already achieved and attained, and start planning for more for the future. You have not reached the pinnacle of your success. There is so much more you want to manifest. You're trying to manifest, not just career-wise. Success is about your entire life, successful relationships, successful within yourself, successful spirituality. There's so much involved with being a well-rounded, fully successful human being. And we all have a long way to go. But Roger, you are doing big things. You are successful. You are, you're manifesting very rapidly, but I think you're manifesting all of like the little small things that need to come together for the big thing that you're waiting for. And when you can start recognizing those small things, the bigger things are going to start coming in. Bam, 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 much faster. Okay. Give yourself some credit, love. You deserve it. You got this.
Your next person, that was Richard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. RD.
Wait, I think, no. If I said Richard, I meant Roger. That was Roger Blair.
Oh, was that?
I may have said Richard, but Roger, that was your card.
Uh-oh. Roger, did you hear that? Did you get that, Roger? So Richard should be next.
I may have said Richard towards the end because I told you last week I get the two names for some reason mixed up. That was Roger's reading.
Okay. Well, we'll let him know in case he left, but I think he's here. And then we'll go ahead and do Richard. Then we'll do 5D RG.
Okay. Richard, we're going to use dark magic.
Okay, thanks. He saw it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
This card reminds me of something creepy.
Uh-oh.
Richard, you got card number 27, the card of infinity. Preserve your power. Okay, so I didn't have this cut when we started this stream.
Paper cut.
Is it?
Yeah, you probably cut it on the card.
I didn't even, I'm like, no, now I'm getting cut up. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Before I read this, I want to show you guys something my mom sent me right before I started stream. It's adorable. She's at a party, a Halloween party that I wasn't able to go to because I'm hanging out with you guys tonight. I would have had to miss this. And I don't do that unless I absolutely have to, but check this out.
Pumpkin pumpkin with
pumpkin pumpkin. That's spinach dip, by the way. I don't know, guys. That's Mom. I know. She makes the best spinach dip too.
Oh, does
All
she?
Right, Richard. I apologize. That is card number 27. Infinity is calling for you now. Nope, that's not what it says. Infinity is a calling for you to know, will, dare, and be silent. This is a potent motto for modern witches and makers of magic, or anyone who wants to experience their deepest potential. Your unique inner magic should be cherished and carefully managed, like the air you blow into this red balloon that reminds me of Pennywise the Clown. To make a balloon float, you don't stretch open the neck to show everyone how much air is in it. Nice. You keep blowing until it's full. Tie it off with a string. Then, like the person in Infinity, you let it lift and float you to your best self-expression and fullest potential. Red is the color of vibrancy and life. It's passionate and powerful. White is purity. It's complete unto itself while containing a rainbow of energy. Now is not the time to give away everything that you're doing. Don't reveal, Richard, your hopes and plans to your peers or others at your same stage of life, but it's time to speak and share with trusted elders and teachers who can help and guide you with your goals if you wish. The balloon in this image floats silently and slowly, a symbol of allowing time to let things take their course. You may think that you only have one chance, that you must know everything now, that you can't make mistakes, that everything means everything now. Infinity lets you take a deep breath. Life is not short. It is so long. Every step you take leads you along your journey. Every step, just like every breath, adds up. Trust your efforts. Take a deep breath in and feel yourself rise. Richard, you definitely do not want to be telling people what you're up to. Okay, if you have like this amazing plan for your life, business you want to start, a painting you want to paint, a person you want to ask out, a move you want to make, don't tell anybody. You can tell mentors, okay? Trusted, like, I mean, if you tell one or two people, like two people's a lot. You know what I'm saying? There are people around you right now that are at the same stage as you, and they are looking for something better, but they are not ready, willing, or able to put the work in to spiritually elevate as well as personally move forward. So they will have no qualms with stealing your ideas, with spreading gossip about you, with taking your words and twisting them to make it look like, you know, you're doing something wrong to somebody, to basically ruining your life for poops and giggles because they're bored. And they know that you are a light worker, okay? Whether I believe a lot of people subconsciously see this on us, which is why they think we're, you know, easy targets, easy victims. And that's how people are looking at you, some people. And I don't think it's that these people dislike you or hate you or want to be mean to you. There's just something about your energy right now that is kind of disgusting them because they don't have that high vibrational energy. They're not putting the work in. They're looking to kind of leech onto someone else's energy or leech onto someone else's ideas and thoughts. And that's where you're in danger here. If you have something to say in the next week or two, don't say it, okay? Regardless of whether it's good, bad, ugly, indifferent. Keep it to yourself. Hold it in, think on it, let nature take its course, let the universe work its magic. And by the end of it, you won't even have to worry about it because whatever it is that you know that no one else knows and you don't want to be burdened with having the knowledge, it's going to all be revealed. Don't give anyone the chance to steal your ideas or to steal your thunder.
Ready. 5DRG.
I'm going to use Deep, Dark, and Dangerous. New England or Rhodey, a good person to discuss that with before you go to bed is the god Hypnos, Hypnos. You can talk to him and tell him that you want to continue the nightmare from last night and, you know, try to connect with him. That's what I do in order to, you know, dream or if I wake up in the middle of the night from a really great dream and I want to go back into it, call on Hypnos, like, you know, hypnosis, the goddess, the god of sleep. Not only the god of sleep, but the god of trance as well. All right, 5D. There it is. Treasure, card number 4. It is a deep card. It is the card of the dragon. Know what you treasure. Change is natural. Holding on to what is impossible long term. Protect what is important to you, set proper boundaries, and trouble might avoid you. Be strategic, think ahead, be brave. You can triumph if you try. Perhaps one of the most well-known creatures of the darkness across many world cultures is the dragon, from ancient Sumeria, Japan, China, Korea, right across to Egypt and the Middle East, across Europe, through the Bible, and even Sufi poetry, all have dragon lore. While they may be described differently depending on where you're from, dragons almost always have a serpentine form, are large, tailed, scaly, and often live hidden in places like caves, deep pools, or inside mountains. Asiatic and Middle Eastern dragons are the most like great serpents, sometimes with legs, sometimes without, and are often strategic and intelligent in their mythos. Chinese dragons are beautiful and are considered aligned with the element of rain and bringers of good fortune. The European dragon is most often winged, can breathe fire or spit venom, and has often been the target of heroes who kill them in order to win a prize, overcome something, complete a given task, or recover or steal the dragon's hoard of treasure. It is this aspect of their mythos that is intriguing. Dragons can be seen as both gatekeepers and protectors of treasure, what's valued at the same time. Sometimes the dragon collects the shimmering gold and jewels for themselves simply because it's beautiful to them. Sometimes the treasure is being guarded for a purpose, good or bad, yet the dragon must be overcome for the hero to be rewarded with some of the treasure. In the Norse sagas, there is a wonderful story of the hero who makes his money by working out various ways to sneak past sleeping dragons. Eris, that must be you in a past life, babe. In the English saga Beowulf, a slave steals a single cup from a dragon's hoard, and the dragon knows of it and begins to raise the city around it. Beowulf takes 12 warriors with him to slay the dragon, but when they see it, all but one runs. Beowulf battles the dragon, but his sword shatters and he is mortally injured. Both he and the dragon are dying. He tells the one warrior who stayed that he must bury the majority of the dragon's treasure, lest the cowardly soldiers come back to claim it, and he and the dragon die, both without the precious treasure. Both terrible and beautiful dragon magic is still strong today. So many films and games still mention dragons, and the motif appears on flags for sports teams and in popular culture everywhere. More likely now than ever, dragons are increasingly seen as benevolent, intelligent, and often wronged by humans. Plant companion is the orchid, and your crystal companion is emerald and sometimes gold. So, yeah, 5D. I feel like this card is telling you that there is something. Well, the universe, your team is telling you by using this card. It's a little bit off card, but there is something that you treasure here. Okay, whether you like physically have it, say it's a relationship, you could be on a break, a separation. There's whatever it is. Okay, your job, your money, what's in your it doesn't matter. Whatever is most precious and most important to you, that you treasure the most. Make sure, number one, you stay grateful for it. Okay. It's really hard to focus on the negative, the things that aren't going right, the bad things, the bad luck. Try to turn that around in the next week or two and stay positive especially about everything, but especially about what and or whoever this is. Now, I do see someone trying to come in and steal whatever this is from you. So if it's a relationship, there could be some third party situation going on. Not that it's actually happening, but that like somebody is trying to pressure the other person into this or coming in trying to like woo them. If it's your money, be careful what and or who you invest in, who you allow into your home. I see someone rummaging through your drawers. And that could just be symbolic of like someone taking from you. Okay. Be very, very careful, 5D, especially in the next week or two, starting right now, starting yesterday, who you trust and let in, who you let know about this treasure and how much it means to you. I do feel like you have someone that is jealous and coveting what and or whoever this is, okay? And you can confront them, and you guys know, when I say confront, I mean confront with love, okay? Not be like crazy in their face, because you are going to be watched by the universe for how you react and respond, even if the other person comes at you harshly first, all right? And that's a hard lesson to learn. Protect your treasure, especially and specifically in the next week or two, okay? It's not good. Don't get yourself in trouble. Just keep to yourself. Don't, I don't really see you as like a braggadocious person, but like, don't, if you get a raise at work, wait a couple weeks before you tell anyone. Make sure if this is a person, they know you love them, you desire them, you want them, you need them. Be extra sweet, over the top even. So there's no chance of this person feeling lonely or feeling like maybe there's something better. And if it's a physical thing, like your money, don't, make any major purchases, don't invest, and please don't allow anyone. I don't know why it's like, don't allow someone into your house, but that is a very specific message. I'm just saying. There is someone in your immediate orbit that is looking to take something that's yours. And I mean like physically take.
Nope, Edna's next.
And Anna. I'm going to use the Oracle of the Universe. You're shocked. Why? What happened? You're welcome. Not me, though. It's your spirit team bringing the messages through to, well, in this case, to warn you. I always like the name Kimber. Not Timber, Kimber. Like Kimberly, but without the L-Y. Ah! I scratched my face and it got stuck in my nail. Shuffling these decks makes me like, it's just so, huh?
What's on your nails today?
I didn't know it said no, you hang up. It's from the movie Scream. I just thought they were pretty pink and black nails. But this one says no.
Scream, yeah.
I forgot what I was saying now. Dang it.
You're welcome.
Oh.
I like you too.
Shuffling decks is so soothing for me. I could sit here and do this all night. Good night, 5G. Thank you. Dragons are protectors. Exactly. Okay. You got the Nebula, the Skull, Rosette, Fragility, and Edna. Oh, thank you, Miss Shelley. Card number 39. Your body is strong, Edna, but it can be fragile too, so be respectful of it. The body and mind work together. Don't waste any time. Take advantage of every single opportunity that comes your way. Stop procrastinating. Death is a part of life. Memento mori. Skulls have been a symbol of life and death all throughout the world. A skull, while strongly constructed, is fragile and the bowl for our precious brain. The skull represents the idea of our own mortality and to not waste time. The Stoic philosopher Seneca often spoke about the concept of memento mori, or remember that you will die. In his moral letters to Lucilius, Seneca wrote, quote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing," end quote. This is not a morbid way to feel, Anna, but a way to motivate ourselves to not waste life and time and to choose what we do each day with discernment. It is positive instruction to pack as much as we can into our lives, not to procrastinate or hide, but to do everything we might wish to experience. As the Stoics often intimated, life isn't short. It's just that we tend to waste a lot of time. So true. During the Day of the Dead celebration, skulls are decorated and sweets are made into skull shapes to take away the stigma of death and to make it as beautiful as life. The skull-like gas in this nebula surrounds a dying star some 1,600 light years away. It is so gaseous, the fragile nebula is almost transparent, and if observing, you can see some of the bright stars from other galaxies behind it. Words of power for the next week or two. My life is precious, and I will not waste a moment of it. Yes, ma'am. Let me hydrate. And what this card is saying is it's not telling you not to rest or not to recharge. It's telling you don't give up on the things you started before you were ill. Okay, because I'm seeing you just be like, well, can't do that anymore. Yeah, even when I feel better, can't do that anymore. And the universe is saying, like, why? Why are you manifesting that? Why are you putting that, into your energy, into your spirit? Why aren't you telling yourself, I'm going to get better and I'm going to go back on that jet ski? I don't know if you ever jet skied. I'm just using that as an example. There is nothing now that you are not going to be able to do that you could. And I don't know your full medical history, and I don't know what your doctors are telling you, but I know what your spirit team is telling me to tell you. If there's something here that you feel like, you are going to have to give it up, if it's upsetting you or if it's something you're thinking about that you don't know if you're going to be able to get back to and you're stressing about it, don't, because you are definitely going to be able to get back to this. You are going to heal. You are going to get better. You're going to be a different, maybe you'll be a little bit of a different Aunt Edna, but it's not going to be in a terrible way. You can still do the same things. And at the end of the day, you're still the same person in your spirit and in your heart. Stop mentally breaking yourself down so much and putting yourself down, because that affects your spirit. And then you are spiritually putting yourself down as well. Okay, Aunt Edna? I know it's hard. I know I can't imagine what you're going through right now, especially with, your physical body feeling the way that it does. This is a kindness from the universe telling you, like, you got this. You're going to be okay. Don't procrastinate on things. Do what you can now. Obviously, don't push yourself. Don't put yourself in danger physically or any other way, but get back to the little things that you enjoy, baby girl. The things that you can do right now while in the situation you're in, and never give up on doing those things that you love. Okay. I know the weakness bothers you, but remember, your physical body is weak, not your spirit, not your mind, not your heart. It's just your physical body, baby girl.
You'll get it. It'll take some time. Believe me, I've been there. It will take you some time. Once your body catch up with your brain, you'll be good to go. The next person is Shelley Montgomery.
Melissa Nicole, absolutely. Don't even joke about the negative. Speak positive into existence. Yeah. Shelley, I'm going to use the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Yes, ma'am. One day at a time. I know it's easier said than done, That's why I don't do these streams and give advice. I just give you guys whatever comes through, and that's it, because I don't know your guys' lives. I don't know the whole story,
One day at a time, one step at a time. It will all come around. You're a strong lady. You'll get through this.
You are more spiritually strong than I think you realize.
Way more than she realizes.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them in here that I don't think they know their potential yet.
We can see it.
Yeah.
So, all right, Miss Shelley, let's see what we got. The Sea Beacon Fairy. Guidance, but where will it lead you? Card number 3. Sometimes when a clear path seems to be taking you in the right direction, it helps to know who's holding the light up. Because while this beautiful sea beacon fairy is most certainly guiding a lost ship, who knows whether she leads it towards rocks or towards a safe harbor? And this is the choice you have to make now. Is this path that is clearly being lit the right one? Simply because there's light, is the source a true and good guide? Would you be best to await another way out of the storm, or are you so eager to avoid the storm and the challenges that you will follow the first light that comes along? Miss Julie, girl. I do hold up the light, but only you can choose as to whether the direction The direction I will lead you in is the right one for you at this time. Miss Shelley, it may be your salvation I lead you to, and it may be that I am gathering souls and you will perish upon rocks or drown in cold seas. I know this is hard to hear. It's not a sure thing, this advice and guidance you've received. And for all its insistence that it comes from the light, the advice may not be that which you need to follow at this time. I understand this may be confusing, but I'm assuring you mostly of one great truth, that perhaps you must find your own way out at this time. A perfect solution to a problem has been presented to you, but whether it's wise to take it is another thing altogether. You may have more resources and opportunities than you're aware of, or that you're allowing yourself to believe in. Don't be too quick to follow the first opportunity that comes along. Wait and check both your sources and your inner wisdom. There are many paths and many solutions. Not all advice will be right for you. Yeah, Shelly, I feel like you're not exploring all of your options. Okay, so you could be getting different advice from different sources, being told different things by different people, and it could be very confusing. But the universe is saying it shouldn't be, because you know deep down inside, if you focus on your intuition, on your instinct, on your own spirit, you'll know exactly what to do. But here's the thing, it's like fear of doing it, or maybe you just don't feel like it. You know, it's like, well, that I can do that, but it's going to take me a lot longer than if I just do this. No get rich quick schemes, no get out of jail free cards. Like, this is going to take work. Whatever this is that you're trying to attain, get knowledge about, like whatever the biggest thing in your life that you're struggling with right now is, there is not a quick, easy fix to it. There's not a quick, easy way out. And I feel like anyone offering you that are doing so out of, trying to get something from you. Either they're trying to lead you to the rocks, or they're trying to, get something from you. Like, you're paying them for their advice, or there's something going on here is very tricky. The universe is saying, do not accept any offers that don't feel right in your gut. Even if it seems like, oh my gosh, like this may not be it. But I'm going to manifest that it is, because this is so easy. This is so amazing. This is, yes, finally the solution I've been looking for. And then it ends up being nothing, and you lose out. And in the meantime, you missed another opportunity that would have taken longer and a little more work, a little more effort, but you would have eventually gotten to where you were supposed to go. Now you're all the way back here off track instead of closer to the main goal, or whatever it is that you're trying to reach or understand. Cowie, I'm going to use Anne Stokes Gothic. Shelley, yes, you must learn to trust your intuition. Yes, ma'am.
Feeling kind of ornery tonight. I wonder what kind of trouble I get into after this is over.
I am going directly to bed. I'm not passing go. I'm not collecting $200. Going to bed. Well, maybe I'll collect $200. That would be amazing.
You never know.
Could definitely use it.
You've had an interesting beginning of this today. Things worked out just fine, so you never know.
For sure. Shelley, question everything, but the question it by using your intuition, not by saying out loud, like, oh, I don't think that, like, check in with yourself, because checking in with your intuition is checking with your spirit team. That's what's going to lead you in the right direction. Cowie, you got blue moon. You saw me standing alone. It's the card of luck. Luck. Beneath the moon, a girl and her unicorn companion bathe in the blue light. Within the dark forest, wildlife can be seen. In this opportune moment, an owl wings his way through the trees. A blue moon is considered a rarity, bringing to mind the popular expression, once in a blue moon. In actuality, it is the name given to the appearance of a second full moon in a calendar month. On average, a blue moon occurs every 2.5 years. Because of the infrequency of the event, this card is connected to luck and the seemingly impossible becoming possible. When its magnificent glow lights a reading, it suggests that you will become the beneficiary of prosperity. This occurrence, however, may not be expected since the card, like the blue moon, is out of the ordinary. Luck is on your side, Cowie. Fortune will favor you, and you'll likely be in the right place at the right time. Surprise opportunities and random synchronicities are part of this card's message. Whether you find a little extra than you thought in your bank account this month or meet with someone who could positively change your life. Yeah, Cowie, definitely a good month for you, okay? A good month. You could already know what this is. This is an opportunity. What I'm being compelled to say is an opportunity of a lifetime, okay? Whether it be in love, in your career, in your life in general. And I feel like, again, like we've been talking about this all night, like made out of, you could be not taking opportunities based on fear and not even realizing that fear is what's holding you back. Like you may think that, you're making rational, reasonable decisions when in reality, it's fear that's keeping you from taking opportunities, from accepting, help from certain people. I do feel like this opportunity, whatever it is going to come from a very unexpected place. And it may take you a little time to really think about it, check in with your intuition, come to terms with the fact that, yes, this is really happening. Okay. It could be a lottery win, if you can, if you're able, play the lottery. But I feel like it's a little bit more than just money. I feel like something you've been working towards for a really long time. It's not luck. It's your manifestation come to life because you've been putting in the hard work. Whether you realize you have or not, you have manifested whatever this amazing, fantastic surprise is. And it will be a surprise.
Did you want to take a break?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
In a couple minutes, I'll have to use the potty.
Okay.
I just heard a loud crashing that sounded like thunder, but there's no thunder.
Sure. You guys are supposed to get rain. Has it been raining there?
No.
Interesting. You want to go look out the window? Anyways, your next person is Feisty Kitty.
I can see. Feisty Kitty, are you still here?
Yes, they're here. She said yes, she was here.
Okay. I'm going to do the Soul Helper. Yeah, you know what? After this, I am going to run to the potty now that I think about it.
I just thought you were planning on taking a break about 9. I just figured I better ask.
Did I just say what? I see you, girl. Did I say what?
Did you say?
What? What happened? Are you talking about the thunder? Yeah, there's random thunder. I don't know where that came from because it's not raining. It was one crash of thunder that sounded like it was only over my house, and then it was gone.
Interesting.
Weird.
I had a dream about thunder. And someone yelling during it.
All right, Miss Feisty Kitty. Aren't the backs of this card beautiful?
I like those.
A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. Card number 14. Guys, don't forget donations, PayPal, Cash App. They get to me right away without YouTube taking 49%. All right. You know we're missing Vixen Doe? And one other person I noticed. Oh, Nutslap.
Nutslap's probably working. Vixen Doe, I know she's been busy, so she's at a witch thing this weekend.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Feisty Kitty, life and your soul path do have their secrets. The path can be challenging, and it's at these times that both the fool and the wise person learn that there is no such thing as autonomy. We are determined by all that exists. Everything is fundamentally interconnected, and all influences all. The divine source wishes to teach us about the connectedness, and we learn best along the parts of our soul path that are rocky, unsafe, or even scary. We will discover allies who will touch us deeply with their empathy and willingness to help, and we will become sympathizers, lovers, and helpers, and from time to time, even heroes and heroines. Your path is difficult at the moment, but this is an opportunity for you to forge links with others in order to grow beyond yourself, to help each other, and to take it in turns to be supported and to be supportive. Consciously seek out allies and fellow travelers in the outside world. Be brave and ask for help. Recognize that you're not alone, that you have friends and helpers in all worlds, in all times, in all dimensions. Call upon them and accept their power and good advice. In particular, Feisty Kitty, seek out the aid of the helpers recommended and do so immediately. They'll give you everything you need right now, including protection. Work particularly intensively with the recommended number to achieve this. Number 5, Power Animal Wolf, Herbal Essential Oil Orange, Healing Crystal Satellite. All right, Ms. Feisty Kitty. This card is saying, like, yeah, you're not having an easy time of it. You're not having a good go of it. But this is the universe. It's not anything that you're doing or not doing, okay? This is the universe trying to teach you that you need more connectedness in your life with others who are just like you, others who are going through the same things. And through networking like that, that is where the opportunity is going to come in to move you forward, at least on one particular goal that you're looking to achieve and that you have been for a really long time. This particular thing in your life, it's very important. It's important that you're supported in it. And I feel like you're not being that. The universe is not giving you answers. It's not letting go of its secrets. It's not going to give you the signs that you're looking for, because it wants you to reach out to other human beings that are connected, as we all are, to the consciousness, to the collective. Because opportunities to change your life dramatically and drastically, and to move on from whatever this toxic, chaotic, maybe codependent situation is, it's going to be through networking and forming relationships, forging bonds with other human beings, whether it be on the internet or in real life, in person, okay? So if you're asking for signs, if you feel like everything's going wrong, it's all part of the universal design for you right now. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it sucks. Yes, that's probably not the advice you wanted to hear. But the universe is saying, you know what? No, we're not going to give you advice. You have become too sheltered. You have become too fearful. And now you have to reach out to your fellow humans and learn to communicate with them, to understand what it's like to be human again, to understand what it's like to make those connections, those heartfelt, heart-centered connections with people, to learn and grow from them. Something really weird just happened. I don't remember a word I just said to Feisty Kitty. I feel like I just got jumped. I'm going to use the bathroom. You're on mute. Please don't leave it completely silent because I'm always afraid that you're going to hear me pee. So I'll be right back, guys. Guys, the Dogman UK, the Skeptical Researcher, please make sure, guys, when we call your name, make sure you let us know you're here. Paranormal Highway, New England Dirt Roadie, G. Michael Hoff.
He left.
He did?
Yeah.
I
tried to get him to stay.
It's all right. I can always talk to him privately.
Yeah, I'm always muted. I mute myself and then don't realize it. It's from years of being muted. So, if you can hear me, Dogman, Paranormal Highway, I know he just comes in and says hi and hangs out for a bit. So, and then New England, are you still here? Also, Eris, you're coming up. And Black Dragon, we're pretty much done. I might even get one tonight just for the fun of it. I expect one of my kin to jump Gemma. I think so. Okay. Sometimes I wonder if I'm around too, so don't feel bad. I like to thank everybody for hanging out, especially Edna and Cindy for hanging out with me as long as you guys did. And Wednesday night, that amazes me. You guys are great. I know a few people hung around and listened. I know I put people to sleep sometimes, so I actually am proud of that, because if I can get somebody to go to sleep, they're doing better than me. We always have something to say in the family. Yeah, I have the same type family. It's funny though, but nobody wants to put in the last word. I'm the one that always tries to get the last word in, and I always get it in because everybody says their statement and then shuts up. I honestly don't think that covers it. Things are going pretty well. I hope it stays that way. Well, it may actually resonate with somebody else, but there might be something in that card, Feisty Kitty, that still pertains to something you need. Just kind of keep it in the back of your head. But that's good if things are going well. Just, like I always say, go with that flow. Good old hillbillies. Yeah, I got a few of those in my family too. Because sometimes, something that she tells you now may not be like right now. It may happen later on down the road. That's happened with me. A lot of times I don't get a reading anymore. It's because it never fails. Something comes up during her readings that resonates with me or really stands out. Yeah, it's, I don't put a time frame on these because you never know when something may just pop out. Plenty of hillbillies. Yeah. There she is. Miss Queen of the Dragons.
Yes, I fixed the hair, so it should be a little bit better now. All right, who's next?
None of the guys answered. So go ahead.
Dogman, I always forget Dogman is in the UK and he falls
asleep. And I gotta start remembering that too. So we'll sneak him in, like when he comes in next time. I'll try to spit him in fast.
Yeah.
And Eric always just comes in and says hi and hangs out for a little bit. Go ahead and do New England.
All right, Sir Netter. I'm going to use Halloween.
Before you start, I want to show you something here. 1 second, let me find it. Right here.
Okay, well, you know what? Here's what I will say to that. Keep thinking, not hoping, like keep thinking that things are going to stay really well. Here's what I always tell people about the cards, right? This is what could be going on in the next week or two. Free will, the power of choice, what we choose to do, where we choose to go, who we choose to talk to, it can always change. So hopefully you've been getting other messages from other cards that are resonating. But I will say that is the first time that's ever happened in 3.5 years. But seriously, keep telling yourself things are great. They're going to stay great. Things are great. Don't hope. Just that's how you manifest, just by telling the universe, this is what I want. This is what I have. That's it. And keep us posted. We won't be here next week. Maybe I can. Actually, I can't swing it Thursday because you're going to be at my mom's. So we're not, for the first time, I think, ever, we are not doing live Oracle, but it's for a good cause. Paranormal Pixie, that depends how much time we have at the end. But if we do have time to do more timestamps, I will definitely do that for him. New England Dirt Roadie, you got Eternal Love. Could be energy around you. Definitely wouldn't be the first time that happened too. I mean, I just want to explain this really quick because that actually makes sense. So when I do personal readings, like privately, I'll pull, 7 to 10 cards. If I'm talking to the person, I could pull, an entire deck's worth for the hour that we're together. But here's the thing. I'll be like, this might be your energy. I don't know whose energy this is. So with one card, sometimes that does happen because I can't pick up every single little detail of the person and their energy. So if you feel that would resonate with your sister, maybe you should give her that message, because that's very possible. All right, Netter. Nice. Go, girl. I don't think I've been on his channel yet. Have I been on Anthony's channel?
I don't think you have yet.
I don't remember. I know he's been on ours.
I think he was on when you were. No.
Yeah, he was definitely on ours. He sent me that nice gift.
Oh yeah, he's been on ours.
With Lara. Lara, go have fun. Have an amazing time. We're going to be at Para Unity. All right, Netter. All of us are the product of millennia of love. Our parents, our ancestors by blood and ritual all have in some way created the DNA that weaves through our bodies. Love, in fact, powers life and death. When most of us first encounter death in our lives, we experience grieving too. And in some ways, that feeling could be described as an absence of love in the absence of that person or being. I feel like grief is love with nowhere to go. I say it all the time. But the kind of love that is often shared between family members, friends, and lovers, separated only by physical death, is the kind that poets wax lyrical about, that is truly eternal and transcends death. Should you choose this card, you are being reminded that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It's more powerful than death itself. Love lingers. It leaves its own legacy, and we should be aware of this every day that we live. For those that are ready for and desiring of a partner, it also indicates that a significant love is close at hand, and to be ready to open up to this new experience. New England Dirt Roadie. Yeah, it's cool. You usually get some pretty cool cards. I like this bangs this way better. I feel like it's so much more cash. Okay, sorry. I'm a professional. New England Dirt Roadie, this could be a person, a soul connection, a love connection coming in for you. I'm getting more of someone who passed and it like devastated you. I feel like you could be connecting with this person on an energetic level. You can't see them, you can't hear them. They're not using the old "I'm going to show up in dream" thing, because they feel like you're going to convince yourself that it's just a dream. Like, you'll know it's real in the moment, and when you wake up, you'll be like, wow, that was really powerful. But then after a little while, you're going to overthink it, and you're going to be like, nope, it was just a dream. That's not enough proof. So I was just getting to that. You're picking up the energy of this person or this animal. Okay, could be Clyde. And the universe is saying they're lending you this energy. What are you going to transmute it into? If you love them, how are you going to honor them? By transmuting this energy into something amazing and fantastic that's going to fully benefit you. They're giving this to you as a gift. They're always around constantly, and they are giving you little signs, but you're kind of closed off. Your grief, guys, this is one of the main reasons we don't see physically our loved ones when they pass away, even though they're standing right next to us. A lot of the times they're touching us. We don't feel it. Let me tell you why. Grief literally builds a wall around our psychicness, around our energy, and we can't see through walls. Just like we can't physically see with our physical eyes through physical walls, energetically we can't either. That's why I have lost 3 people. I've lost so many people that I've cared about, but that I've actually mourned and grieved. And 2 of them I lost in the same year. My 2 best friends in the entire world that I've been friends with for most of my life and who I have children with. Last year, just lost them both. I don't see them. I don't see them because my grief has overwhelmed me. Even though I don't walk around all day crying still, and if you guys remember what I went through when Damien's father died, I was out of it for so long. My energy is still grieving. And I feel like New England Dirt Roadie, that's not really surprising. Like I said, I lost 1 in 2019 and then 2 last year. And it was like, that's it. That's my grief experience of my entire life. And I'm 40 years old. Again, I lost family members that I loved and cared about, but to grieve, I just haven't. So this person or this animal, because I immediately thought of your kitty, your cat. Sounded weird. I immediately thought that. And what he's doing is he's trying to build you up and lend you his beautiful, miraculous, amazing energy so that you can transmute it into something for yourself, something more akin to true human love, to bring yourself out of this rut that you're in and to understand that you should be living life to the absolute full after everything your energy and spirit have been through since that grave robbing thing back in the 80s. You have got to move forward from this. You do not have these attachments anymore. You are no longer spiritually stuck. You're mentally stuck, though, because you got so used to having nothing good happen for so long that it's like your mind just can't wrap around the fact that you are free. And your cat is trying to give you that energy and saying, hey, don't waste my energy. Take it as a gift of love. Take it as if you were holding me. Hold my energy like you were holding me. Treat it with love and kindness and care for it. And turn it into something beautiful, like you turned him from a little kitty into a big, beautiful, loving cat. Otherwise, you're wasting his energy. And he's not going to always have so much to give. Do something. Get out there. Take risks. Take chances. There is love in the air for you, like real romantic love. And I know you're like, there's no way. There is. I'm telling you, there is love in the air for you. A soulmate connection is in your orbit. It's just a matter of, are you going to get out there and put yourself out there to find them? You won't even have to look for them. They're just going to end up like being, if you take yourself out to dinner, they're going to be the waitress that takes your order or something like that. Or they're going to be the woman crying next to you when you're out watching football. Like, I don't know, you're riding home on a bike and a woman rides past you on a bike. Mutual interest. You know what I'm saying? It's right there, New England Dirt Roadie. You just have to be willing to see it. Andrew, my Nomeo.
Just do him because Era's passing tonight.
Okay.
And we're pretty much done. Just him, Black Dragon, a timestamp for Grey Wolf.
And Dogman and Casey.
Casey, yeah.
Dogman and Casey, yeah. All right, I'm sorry. Who did you say? I apologize.
Andrew.
I didn't want to use this deck for you again, but it's not up to me. So we are using the Oracle of Visions. Guys, I really hope you checked out. I could probably finish my book now. We ended so early. If you haven't checked out The Exorcism of Annalise Mitchell, Amy Stamatis or Stamantis, I think it's Stamatis, and her demons and the origins of Halloween, the history of Halloween. Guys, please check those out. I put a lot of work into those 7 extra videos I'm doing this week, and I would appreciate it if you guys just watch them. They're very short, most of them. I don't remember how long Annalise Mitchell is. I know that one was much longer than the other ones. And tomorrow we have the history of the Ouija board and Gemma Jade's 8 tips, Ouija 101, for if you absolutely must and can't help yourself, use the damn Ouija board. 8 tips on how to do it so you don't end up completely screwed or dead or cursed. Thank you, Miss Pixie. Thank you, Roger. I sent a bottle that says drink me. What do I do? Please send me a picture of it first, but I'm assuming I wanted you. I know I never got to explain that. Damn it. Send me a picture of the stuff you're unsure about. And what I'll do is I will text you about each picture. That's what I've been doing. I totally forgot, and I'm sorry. Yeah, send me a picture of it, but I probably wanted you to either make tea with it or, mix it with something. I would need to see it to know, and then I'll go back and check my notes. Every time I send a box out now, for the past 8 months, I make notes. I put the cents down, each amount of oil that I put in, what I sent, what it's for, why I sent it. So just send me pictures. Blue Crossroads, good night. Or Aunt Edna, which one is leaving? Can take about anything.
Blue's leaving.
Good night, Blue. Yes, go ahead, sweetie. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, definitely don't drink it yet, but I'm sure if I put drink me, it's a mixture that I made to calm your spirit or for some other reason that I need you to drink. I would not recommend drinking it straight, whatever it is, because I'm sure whether you see the herbs in there or not, it was boiled. I do make potions, guys, when absolutely necessary. I do. I make moon water, I make potions, I make tar water, I make witch salt. I do all that stuff in my free time. I don't have a lot of free time, but I find the time to make that. That is my self time, my time to connect with spirit and goddess and, All right. Andrew, card number 14. Creativity and imagination. Every day is a new canvas to paint upon. Make sure your picture is full of life and happiness. And at the end of the day, you don't look at it and wish you had painted something different. That's by Rita Gattori. In its myriad forms, creativity is an expression of our humanity and imagination, both in its production and in its recognition. To take shape, color, form, sound, or words and give them a new life is an act of creation. Various symbols of the tools and medium through which creativity is expressed are worn by our artists as a decorative headdress of imagination. So sometimes creativity can consume our thoughts as slow-burning embers waiting for release. At other times, it is a spontaneous explosion of inspiration. Either way, it is a wondrous human characteristic, and there are infinite varieties of individual expression, but alas, also an infinite variety of assessment by others. So, Andrew, what this is saying is don't allow yourself, and I know you're going to be like, I'm not, don't allow yourself to be manipulated. Okay. There are decisions that you have to make, important ones. And this comes up for you, I don't want to say a lot, but quite a bit. I don't know if you're around a lot of manipulative people or if you just, ask for advice a lot. There's something here, like some people are always trying to tell you what to do. And if they're not saying it out loud, they're definitely thinking it. Like, oh, why did he do that? He made the wrong decision, this, that, and the other. Make sure that when you're painting the canvas of your life, what your life looks like 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 1 week from now, tomorrow, you are incorporating you, your vision, your manifestations, your dreams, hopes, goals, wishes. Yes, we want to incorporate other people into our life, but they have to fit around our vision for what our life looks like. And if their life vision doesn't fit into our life vision, they are not our people. At least not to get romantically involved with or seriously involved with in business or even friendship. Your soul tribe are going to have wishes, hopes, and dreams that somehow blend into the beautiful canvas that is your life together effortlessly. Not like fitting, what did I say last week? A square peg in a round hole. I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking Forrest Gump. We fit together like one of those round pegs. Yeah. Meaning focus on you. It's not selfish. Focus on you. Do you, at least for a little while. And don't let anyone else get too involved with your painting. Don't let anyone else get too involved with your life in the decisions you make, because you're going to look back and be bitter and regretful for not taking certain chances or making certain choices. All the time, Aunt Edna. She said people with good hearts can be easily manipulated sometimes. For all the time, for a long time. Until we finally get wise and realize that we've been conditioned our whole lives to think that self-love and self-care is selfish, when really it's the most important thing ever. It really is. Believing in ourselves, honoring ourselves, trusting ourselves, loving ourselves, caring for ourselves. Who's next?
If you want to go ahead and do Black Dragon or Save Him Laughed and do your timestamps, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do the timestamps first.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and do Grey Wolves, Lindsay's.
I'm going to use Dark Magic. Good night, Blue.
Good night,
said
sir.
Goodbye. He's in a mood. You're in a mood. If you want to talk about it, you can text me. I'll be up watching American Horror Story for a little bit after this. Yeah, multifaceted Jules, me too, for sure. That's exactly it. And people always say to me, like that's one of the things, like, that someone who doesn't believe in me or who just simply doesn't like me will come at me with, well, how'd you get stuck in all of these bad relationships you talk about if you're supposed to be able to see energy? Because I see energy. Because I see the light that's in them and I think, whoa, how bright, how beautiful. And I don't bother to find out first if they're working with it, if they're using it, if they're aware of it, if they're willing to become aware of it. I'm so sorry. Who is this?
Gray Wolf.
Gray Wolf. You know, and Anna says if you're completely evil, then you're a dang demon. And a lot of the times people like that are, they do have demonic or lower vibrational attachment. And in a lot of cases, they were contracted to, which is why there is no punishment or judgment after death. How can you punish or judge someone for something that they contracted to do with your permission?
Andrew, you kill me, man.
I can't. You guys are heathens. Bad influence. And I love it. My tribe, my people. Ooh, that creeped me out. I didn't expect there to be a wig there. I just touched somebody's head. These are all over my bedroom. They creep RJ out so bad.
What you do is send them to me and I'll paint faces on them.
No, I try to face them the other way. Like all my wigs on the dresser, they're all facing the wall. But I don't have a lot of room. So I have one red and black wig, which is very wiggy, and I haven't worn it yet, out in the hallway, and I put it on his little kitchen. And the other day it was just knocked over, and I said, dude, when you knock my stuff over, pick it up. I said, this is a brand new wig. You're going to ruin it. And he's like, Mama, I'm sorry. I can't look at that face anymore. He's like, it's creepy. So, all right. Miss Grey Wolf, friends forever, grow together individually. Card number 7. As you evolve your sense of self, it inevitably leads to changes with the people in your life, especially friends and people who are close. It's rare to keep friendships from childhood through to adulthood. This is often only achieved with compromise, patience, compassion, and love. Lots of unconditional love. When friends forever appears, it's time for you to remember your individuality in every close relationship. Grey Wolf, I want you to listen very closely to this. If you're having a fight with a friend, this card indicates that you would benefit from time apart. It indicates there is likely to be stagnancy in the friendship. Time apart will allow your energy and connection to freshen. The friends pictured on the card are entwined, but individual. The raven and dove represent the lessons and freedom that come from letting go of grudges and judgments and being willing to nurture peace. Conjoined as they are, these friends have mutual respect for each other's individual life journey. The flowers are a symbol of the gifts of friendship. Friends forever can be a sign that change is ahead for someone you're close to platonically. Take a moment and consider the people closest to you. How do you feel when you're with them? Happy, uplifted, drained, and or sad, or neutral, bored? All friendships are gifted to our lives to help us grow. Nurture them, whether that means by healing them or by honoring what has been and letting them go to become a treasured memory. So we're going to talk about the platonic, Miss Grey Wolf, for sure. There could be, it could also be, someone you're related to, like blood related. Okay, you're just not getting along, you're not seeing eye to eye. You do not have to be the one to compromise. I'm going to say that right now. This is a nice, sweet, upbeat, loving card, but that's not the only message. You do not have to compromise. You are always the one compromising here. You are always the one being scapegoated here. You are always the one being manipulated here. Okay, this person has no business in your business, and you need to tell them that with love, of course. I don't think this person is good for you. I think that they're bossy, they're overbearing, they're domineering. They're, how freaking dare they? Okay. They have no business and they have no right. Now let's talk about the more intimate relationship. I don't know if this is your husband. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it is definitely more intimate. Not meaning sexual, meaning it could be familial, a sister and mother, a cousin, okay? Or it could be your significant other. This person has not shown you respect. They have not treated you with dignity. They are a bad person for you. For someone else, they may be much better suited. You have to poop or get off the pot. And I know that's so much easier said than done because you have found a comfort with this person through years of ups and downs, ins and outs, goods and bads, and loves and hates. And, you don't just up and leave something like that. But how much more are you going to take? How much more of the self-righteousness, the, putting you down, telling you you're not going to succeed, breaking your stride, not supporting you, not honoring you, not respecting you, not loving you, except in public where everyone else can see? No, honey, no. I know it may seem impossible, but you have to leave whoever this is behind. You are not going to be able to learn and grow to your full potential. And then you're going to have to learn the same lesson in your next lifetime and go through this again. This is abuse. This is abuse. Just because someone's not physically putting their hands on you, you are being abused by someone in an intimate relationship. And I don't say that to put your business out there. I'm not telling anyone who it is, even though I know. So do something about it, okay? Please don't. It's like you're a flower that needs to get out of the flower pot, but the human that's growing you and that promised to grow you and help you and nurture you and help you thrive is now suffocating you in this tiny little flower pot. And you are this great big oak, depriving you of oxygen here and food. Do it for you, Miss Lindsay. You're never too old. I know that's what you're thinking, but you're not. You're beautiful.
Pop's looking for a woman.
Huh?
I said my pop's looking for a good woman.
Yeah, what about Dad? If it is, listen, I know a lot of times when we go through that, it takes at least 8 months for your brain to even start healing from that kind of toxicity. You need to love yourself enough. You need to love yourself enough to get away from this.
Love yourself as much as you love your cooking.
Sometimes peace of mind and spiritual peace looks like a plain mattress on the floor and one of those old big back TVs with an antenna. And that's it. Who's next?
Actually, if Chris wants one, we'll give Chris. He just popped in.
Chris, I'm so sorry. I don't know who those people are. Richard
actors. Richard Mall was famous for Night Court. He also played the skeleton.
I know him. I know who he is. Oh.
Okay. He played the evil bad guy in.
I know who he is.
Okay. And then
Richard Roundtree. I don't know. Who's that?
Chris, could you give me a good example? Because I know who it is. I just can't. Oh, they found the main shooter too. Oh, wow. He's no longer with us.
Was he alive?
Well, he's not with us no more now. So
I knew it.
Oh, Shaft. I knew the name. I just couldn't play. He played Shaft in the show Shaft. Way before your time.
I need to look something up. I'm sorry, guys.
You're fine.
I got a visit earlier today, and I want to see. I knew it. I said it this morning. Because I don't watch the news for that reason, but I'm not the only one in my house. I can't tell other people that they can't watch the news because I'm going to get a visitation from the deceased. And I was waiting for it to happen. I don't know what his name is. I didn't even know who he was. It's just he was like, it wasn't his higher self. And there was no spoken words. It's because I was too interested and entwined in what was going on the TV. That's why I can't. I walk around with one headphone in my ear. So I don't pick up any, there's not even a chance after what happened with Brian Laundrie. All right. Jarvis. Yeah, take one. All right. Let's do Halloween because, it's fitting and all. Guys, just so you know, if you do have personals, I will have them done by the time I leave on Friday the 3rd. I only have a few left. I have Arlene, Grey Wolf, and 2 Paids. And I think that's it. There may be 1 or 2 more. I have them all written down. And then the person who asked for the celebrity readings, I got you, of course. But those will come last because clients and what was I just about to say? Oh, yeah, we're going to be announcing the winners of the contest in Afternoons Walk because I don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to stream. If you're getting to my mom's on Wednesday, when are you leaving?
Who?
You. If you're getting to my mom's on Wednesday, when are you leaving?
I am leaving here in the morning, so there will not be a Wednesday night with me.
No, I'm talking about our Tuesday is Halloween.
Yes.
I'm doing Afternoon Talk. Are you going to be around?
Yes, I'll be there. I'm not leaving until Wednesday morning.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. If I can get away and get an hour in or two to do a live stream on Halloween with me, you, and Lara, and whoever else really wants to come on, if I can do it. I was making sure you're going to be there.
Yes.
But also, in case I can't, for whatever reason, do a Halloween night live stream, we have Afternoon Talk. It's Tuesday, 1 o'clock. I will be announcing the winners of the contest.
That's fine. I'll be there.
I want to make sure. I didn't know what time, when you were leaving, if you were leaving on Tuesday or Wednesday.
No,
all right, Jarvis.
I don't do night driving, so.
That's right, yeah.
The Appalachian Mountains is just, though I'd be awake for it, but it's just.
Just remember, don't smoke like crazy in your car. You will stink up all of your clothes.
I know.
And my mom's washer is broken.
I won't.
Plus, it's not good for you. Listen to old Gemma Jade videos. There are going to be no streams at all this week, guys, after Tuesday until the pre-recorded next Monday and the following Tuesday for Afternoon Talk. Because
you'll be by yourself that day because I'll be coming home that day.
I thought you were leaving Monday.
She wants me to stay till Tuesday.
Oh, well, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm just letting everybody know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are they wanting help or not? Are they going to drag me down? No, listen. No. Jules, you have to find a way to politely say no. And it's not really anything to do with them. I mean, it is. They're not really ready. And also, your energy right now, no, like you just can't take that on. God, this itches. Please don't. And that's not me. That is your inside right there. And it's not because you're bad or because that's not what you should be doing. You should be helping people. Unfortunately, this is going to turn out like the last time. Maybe not exactly, but this person, their energy, no, please. It's up to you. I'll support you no matter what. But and that's what I mean. Like your spirit, like you're just not ready yet. You may feel like you are, but you have to come to terms with and heal from the last time. You can't make up for what happened the last time with this time. Plus the other person, I don't think they're ready. You can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. It's not that this person means everything they're saying to you. They really mean it. But I said I was going to stop using every single day for 5 straight years because it sounds good in theory until you have to start putting the work in and being accountable. All right. Sorry, Jarvis. Here we go. I was behind a week too. I told you guys on Tuesday that I was starting the 7 Nights of Halloween next week, which would have been Halloween.
And
I had to hurry up. All these videos, that's what I'm saying, guys. Please watch them and support them. I did all of those this past week for this week. Like Wednesday's video, I did on Wednesday. I wrote it, filmed it, and edited it to make sure I came through for you guys. Chris, you got the card of ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the product of those who have lived before us DNA-wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, our grandmother's nose, our great-grandfather's skin tone. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We both know that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, even propensities for aspects of brain function like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan paths associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we are meant to be. What does this mean? It means that the gifts our ancestors have left us and the unique synergy of the combination of the physical, mental, and physical that is created within us sets us up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you are ready and able to action your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you need to overcome them, and you will prevail. My oldest son is going to be 24 tomorrow, and I don't get to see him. I'm sad. I'm still going to send him money though, so because he's going to have dinner with his dad, and he's going to my sister Carol's Halloween party, which I can't go to because I'm not going to ask Ray to take all of this time off work where he's doing it for Power Unity next week, and I thought that was nice of him. So I'm not going to see him, but I told him, I'm like, don't worry, I will cash app you money. You got this, and I love you, and I will see you on November 12th for dinner and pineapple, blueberry, and cherry cheesecake. I always make him anything that he wants for dinner on his birthday. But my baby's 24.
Wait till they turn 30.
All right. Huh?
Wait till they turn 30.
Everyone tells me they're like, you look like their sister. It blows my mind when you talk about your kids. I'm like, that's because they don't look anything like me. My daughter, maybe. All right, I'm sorry. Jarvis. Yeah, I want to get done here. I'm hungry. What this card is saying is you don't have to be stuck in generational, to be conditioned by the generational curses and bonds that everyone else in your family has become beholden to. I feel like you are a standout. I want to say like a black sheep, but I don't mean it in a bad way. And I feel like for this reason, you may not have the familial connections that a lot of other people in your family have. You're not willing to put up with the drama and the BS. You're not willing to, placate and pacify the narcissist. You're not willing to pretend like reality is different than what it is. And for this reason, you may be feeling this with the holidays coming. You may be wanting to reach out, maybe make amends, or someone from your family is reaching out to you to try to make amends. Just make sure it feels right in your heart, in your intuition. Remember, actually, your heart deceives you. So we're not going to want to go too rational with the brain and start replaying everything that happened, but we don't want to go with the heart because the heart will convince you, oh, their family, they're good, which isn't always the case. So go with your intuition, go with your gut when this person and or these people reach out to you. I do see some reconciliation with your family. With someone in your family or like a side of your family. I feel like there's more than one person here. This could be really good for you. You don't have to walk around keeping your guard up 24/7, but just make sure that you're careful and that you don't give too much of yourself from the very beginning, which I feel like you have a habit of doing, whether you realize that or not. The one thing you don't have to do is be physically connected to people just because they're your blood. Right? You don't have to always see them, always talk to them and put up with their BS. And I feel like this is the universe reminding you of that. If there's some toxicity in your orbit, especially with the holidays coming up, remember who you are and remember why you might be the outcast or the quote unquote black sheep. It's because you're living your life the right way. You're on a spiritual path. You are actually a good person who cares about being one. Don't be manipulated into getting involved in some family drama, okay? And this may not be the next week or two, but it's definitely coming in the month of November. Drama. Somebody trying to drag you into it. The old familial drama. Don't take it. Don't jump in, okay? This actually doesn't have to do with your ancestors. It has to do with your living relatives who are toxic, chaotic, narcissistic, blah, blah, blah. Stay away.
Okay, let's do the dog man.
All right. So Dogman, UK man, I am going to use the Moonology manifestation. You're welcome.
I just now realized that Anna changed her picture.
I always liked the picture of you.
Yeah, too.
Multifaceted Jules, but you can fix that. You just need a little bit of time. And when you take on a project, make sure it's something and someone that you believe in. You don't have to believe in every single person that comes to you for help. That's not your job. You have the right to pick and choose who you give help to. Okay? It's very hard. It's very hard not to be manipulated into helping someone that you know needs it. But if you don't feel right about the situation, you absolutely have the right to say no. That's it. You don't have to be a people pleaser. The right people will love you for who you are, whether you say yes, no, or maybe. I promise. All right, dog man. Oh, nice. Oh, I see it now. You're welcome, Jarvis. Thank you. Black Dragon, exactly. Hugs, Jules. Don't let them take away your own happiness. Full moon in Capricorn. Gimme. Stop it. Okay. Full moon in Capricorn. I know, Jules. It's not easy.
It's not. It really isn't. It's
but you get used to saying no and enforcing those boundaries, and people will learn to respect that much more easily once you start enforcing them. If you feel good about it, do it. I just don't think you're in the right place spiritually, and neither does your spirit team. They're like, please tell her no, please tell her no, no, no. Like, that is how I'm hearing it. That's why I said it like that. It wasn't to be judgmental. It was just, that's how I was hearing it. No, no. All right, full moon in Capricorn. Let's get done here. Take a reality check. This card has two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as it won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in a little extra effort with your manifesting work. Manifesting balance, find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to yourself and others. If you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. Your manifestation affirmation, everything is always working out in my favor. Okay, yeah, I feel like there's something here that you're working towards, you're working hard, but like it's just not happening. Okay. Because it's not meant to. And I feel like you're trying so hard to manifest whatever this is. You're trying to be in this relationship or keep this job, but there's like always something, right, that comes up and makes you question whether that's what's right for you or not. That's because it's not meant for you. The universe is telling you to move on. Okay. You can't pretend anymore that this situation isn't completely out of control and toxic. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It very well could be. But there's something here that you want so badly, or that you at least at one time did, but it's just not meant for you. It's not in the cards. And someone is manipulating you, lying to you even, and being like, no, your intuition's wrong. Of course we're meant to be. Don't listen to that crazy pink-haired girl on YouTube. What's wrong with you? I'm telling you, it's not right for you. There are bigger and better things on the horizon. As soon as you take a look around, stop blinding yourself to things you don't want to see, Dogman. You know a lot of what's going on in this situation. You don't have proof. So number one, you don't know how to go to the other person with it, whether it be your boss, your mom, your dad, your lover, whoever. But deep down inside, and it's time for you to start living your life based on that knowledge, not on the false reality the person that's wronging you is trying to get you sucked into and presenting to you. Good night, Mama Cindy.
Okay, let's do Casey and Black Dragon, and you're done.
Casey, I'm going to use For the Love of Dragons.
Yeah, I'm going to feel a little less.
See, Jules, you can't blame yourself. No, it wasn't you, honey. I know you're really into it because you want so badly to help. And trust me, once you get out of this energy of like just wanting to help just anyone, all right, you're going to find the right task for you, the right way to help, the right person. It is coming in, but not if you're being blocked by this other energy that's not so good for you to work with. Eris Mana, thank you. If a person needs help, they will help themselves with your help, not expect you to do the work. So they'll help themselves whether or not you help them too, if they really want it. I think maybe you just need to take some time and see what this person is willing to do for themselves first. Are they going to go and try to manipulate someone into doing something? Watch how they treat other people for a week or two. Then go back to the situation and see if that's what you want to do. Okay, see what they do without your help. Do they go right back to the same thing? Do they try to leash onto someone else, or do they say, okay, I respect that. You know, I'm a little upset, but I respect that. And then go and do their thing anyway, like what they need to be doing. If they do, yeah, if they do, feel free. But I just don't think that's going to happen because of the message I got from your spirit team. All right, Casey, Black Dragon, then I am going to eat and going to sleep. New episode of AHS I haven't watched yet. All right, Miss KC, The Conjurer, card number 22. Joseph Campbell advised us not to settle for the way things have gone with others, but instead to unfold our own myth. This takes vision. I'm so tongue-tied. This takes vision, dedication, and will. To conjure is to call upon the invisible to make itself manifest. To assist in the manifestation, we must understand that what we think on grows. You want magic? Pay attention to magic. You want empowerment? Praise empowerment everywhere you see it and ignore the places that make you feel small or weak. You want love? Celebrate love everywhere you go. Conjure the truest and most beautiful version of your own life by adoring everything in your path you find true and beautiful. Start with your own dragon soul. What this card is saying, Casey, is your life in the next few weeks especially is going to be dictated by what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on the negative, you will bring in the negative. In any situation, with any person, it doesn't matter. If you're focusing on the positive, you're only going to see the positive, and therefore everything is going to seem positive. Even if there are little, kinks in the chain, it doesn't matter because you're focusing on the positive, putting positive out there and bringing positive in. Okay. No matter what happens, I want you to find the silver lining to the situation in the next week or two. There are going to be some things that are going to seem like they're falling apart, but I'm telling you, this is happening for your own good. The quicker and faster you can see that, the quicker and faster you can move on to live your own life. If you have any more questions, you can always text me. I love you and I hope you're feeling better. And thank you, by the way. I did get that PayPal.
Before you do Black Dragon, hey, Black Dragon, you're not on my friend list anymore on Facebook, along with a bunch of other people. Again, I keep losing friends on Facebook. I don't know if it's them or me or what's going on, but if you want to refriend me, just so you know, you can. Okay. Sorry. Pardon me.
Black Dragon, let's do the Oracle of the Universe. You're okay. You're fine.
On.
You have the right to speak. It's not like you interrupted the reading. Yeah, Eris, thank you. Jules, we all have gifts. And if you feel like you're being led to and being called to help others, you are. Just because you haven't found the right people or the right niche, the right piece of whatever that looks like for you, you may end up helping people in a completely different way than what you're trying to do right now. Maybe that's why it's not working out. The reason these things aren't working out right now is because the universe is busy moving pieces, people, places, like pieces on a chessboard all around to make the perfect opportunity for you so you can come into your spiritual enlightenment, alignment, and your spiritual work. Okay? It's not working out for a great reason for you. So that bigger and better opportunities for you to really flex whatever spiritual gift you have. We all have tons of spiritual gifts, but we flex the ones and we use the ones like a muscle, and then it becomes muscle memory. I could shuffle these cards with my eyes closed. I take these cards and I toss from one hand to another. You guys don't even notice. I'll pick it up, toss it, it'll fly all together in my hand. Why? I'm so used to it. It's like muscle memory at this point because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I was called to do. I tried, doing a bunch of different things before YouTube and before this, but this is what stuck because this is what I'm meant for. All right, Black Dragon. Eris, absolutely. You are, yes. You don't shut it off. It gets redirected.
He's on fire tonight.
He always is. A a lot of the people in here have so much good insight. I just think they're afraid to say it sometimes, and Eris isn't, and I really like that. Black Dragon, you got the constellation of Libra, which is the card of balance. You could be dealing with a Libra, sun, moon, or rising energy. If you're asking a romantic question, you could be dealing with a Libra Venus. Card number 7. Ooh, Pisces. I'd love to read that one. Shorty, what's your sign? Pisces. Never heard that Nelly song? What your name is? What your name is?
I'm sure I have.
Shorty, where your man? Hey, where your man? Never mind. Black Dragon, nature seeks balance. So should you. Avoid extremes. Moderation is key in the situation. Stop burning the candle at both ends. Work smarter, not harder. Weigh up all the possibilities before making a decision. Make sure you're seeing both sides of the situation. Imbalance without check leads to chaos, poor choices, lack of boundaries, anger, and confusion. The scales of Libra float alongside Virgo and Scorpio, being closest to the former. In the stories of the Greeks, the most common was that the scales were those of justice and belonged to the goddess Astrea, who we can see as the Virgin Virgo. Astrea is the goddess of justice who ascended to the heavens when she could no longer be amongst humans who increasingly treated themselves, each other, and their lands with disrespect. However, there are another 2 interesting possibilities. The first is that the scales represent the goddess Dike, who was a goddess of balance. The second is that the scales may be the scales of fate owned by the goddess Taichi. Taichi was the deity of good fortune. Her scales were used as a balance so that there was not too much good fortune given to any one person. Currently, moderation seems such an unfashionable word. The ancient Greeks spoke a lot about the positives of moderation and finding a healthy balance in all things. They spoke of finding moderation of diet and activity and thought. In fact, the idea of pushing too far to extremes was considered only harmonious in times of emergency or crisis. For example, we don't ever have to be completely on or completely off. The constellation is situated, we can moderate. The constellation is situated in the southern sky and contains 3 stars with known planets. It has a meteor shower called the May Librids and contains the Methuselah star, one of the oldest known stars. So definitely overdoing something, okay? I'm getting 2 messages here, Black Dragon. The one is, obviously, don't overdo anything. If, like if addiction runs in your family, you don't want to overdrink. No, just know your limits, pay attention to your limits. But I'm also getting someone being so extra with you. Constantly asking for something, constantly trying to take from you, constantly like not knowing when to quit, not knowing when to stop. And I feel like this is someone in your life who you may be getting tired of dealing with, but you don't know how to, turn them off, right? It's time for you to have moderation of the negative influences around you as well. Black Dragon, if somebody is not respecting your boundaries, have a talk with them. If they're still not, you have to kind of cut them off and love them from afar. Ghosting is always okay. You don't owe anyone closure or an explanation. Guys, check out my videos that I've done so far. I believe there were 3 of them. The 7 nights of Halloween. On Monday, we will have the Bozak incident, which is a very rarely known sighting of a UFO and an extraterrestrial that happened in, I don't remember where it happened. Down south somewhere back in the 70s. Okay, it's very, very short video Monday morning because I'm also doing a Monday night for the 7 nights of Halloween. Please, please, please check out the shorts. I've been leaving comments on, for the most part, not on the music videos, but on most of the other ones I have. I've been getting trolled like crazy, but I'm leaving them on because you guys asked me to. Also, guys, don't forget Tuesday afternoon talk and possibly Tuesday Halloween night. Stephen, Lara, and myself, possibly, some other people are going to be streaming for Halloween. I will be announcing winners of the Spiritual Power Box contest during afternoon talk, just in case we don't get to stream Halloween night or I don't get to. Then after that, there will be no streams at all until I stream by myself the following Tuesday because we are going to Para Unity. And it's for the weekend. He's going to be with my mom 2 days before and 2 days after. So, a day of driving there and back. And we're going to do shorts from there. We're going to upload from there. It's going to be amazing, incredible time. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for always supporting me. Please, a like and a positive comment is all it takes to show me so much support. If you want to donate for your reading or for any other reason, for Power Unity, to get me a deck, doesn't matter. PayPal, Cash App. There's also the Amazon wishlist gift link in the description box. Love you guys. Tomorrow night is replays with the Ghost Dragons of my old videos. Bye. Stay spooky.
Good night, folks. Hold on, I'm leaving. Bye.